What is up, my friends? How are we? You are very welcome along to another match day here on Anfield Agenda. Tonight, it's League Cup semi-final, leg number 1. The Reds travelling down to London to take on Spurs in the first of a 2-game semi-final. How are we all? We're awaiting the actual team news to be confirmed, but we believe we have the team right there, ladies and gentlemen. When we get that confirmed by the club, of course, we'll let you know, but we think that is the correct 11 that you see up on screen. Just to run through it really quickly for you, it's Alisson, Bradley, Kwanzaa, Virgil, Costas, Gravenberch, McAllister, Jones, Salah, Jota, Gakpo. We believe that's the correct team. Once we get it confirmed by the club, we will let you know. On top of that, yes, there is VAR tonight. Not only is there VAR, but the VAR will be announced, any VAR decisions inside the stadium by the referee. So, yeah, we have that one. And of course, it being a match day, we are being brought to you with thanks to our sponsors, Manscaped. Just a reminder, you can get yourself anything at all at manscaped.com with 20% off and free shipping. That is 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com by using our delicious little discount code, Anfield20, or by scanning that QR code. Right, how are we? Apologies, I was a couple of minutes late. We were just having some technical background stuff we had to get sorted out, and we didn't want to start the stream till it was right, so apologies that I am a couple of minutes late. But yeah, we good? We in good form today? We don't know the bench yet. I don't know the bench. I haven't got the bench yet. I just have the starting 11. So when I get the bench, I'll let you know. We always get a little sneaky look at the team beforehand, so... Are American Liverpool fans allowed here? Come on, dude. Why wouldn't they be? Of course they are. Everyone's allowed in here, my man. Welcome in. If it's your first time with us, welcome in. We've got many amazing Liverpool fans from America in the chat, my man. So, yeah, welcome in. Of course you're welcome. Always welcome. Craig, if Liverpool act how we did with Diaz, if City come from Marmoush, I don't know, Scotty. I honestly, I don't know what the situation is with regards to the old transfer situation at the minute, particularly around Marmoush. I will be putting out a news video tonight because I do have some information that I'd like to share. So that'll be coming out after all of our matchday content late tonight at about 11 o'clock. So keep an eye out for it. But yeah, it looks like City are making a push there for Omar Marmoush. I can't tell you, as I say here now, if Liverpool will act on that or not. But yeah, that's where we're at the minute. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I need to make something very clear to you this evening, just because I don't want us to fall into the same trap as Arsenal did last night. This football is round. This football will move in the air, and it is made of leather. Just in case you're worried, because I know Mikel Arteta was very upset about the football, and I don't want anybody to be in for an unwelcome surprise. So when you see the football, it will be circular in shape, it will be made of leather, and it will be inflated, okay? Just in case anybody gets scared. State of it. Honestly, lads, come on, the state of it. Oh my God. Of all the things, I mean, we've used grass, wind, weather, but a football? A football? A football that, by the way, was used in every other round that they got through. But all of a sudden, in the semi-final, it was a bit different, you know? It was a bit different. He's some boyo, isn't he, Arteta? He's some boyo. Both teams play with the same ball. No. So you think that, right? But Arsenal obviously were getting a different ball to everybody else. You know, there was a conspiracy to make sure Arsenal had a different type of ball that moved differently. I mean, come on now. When you've got the EFL account message or posting to go, well, it's the same football everybody used there, Mikel. I don't know what to say on it, lads. Honestly. Charlie, hey mate, hope your appointment went well yesterday. Yeah, it was good, thank you. Yeah, it was good. It was much needed, but it was good, thank you. And ready today to sit through another game. I love it. The Reds in action, semi-final, first leg. Craig, you seen the California fires? Yes, I have. Scary stuff. I was watching CNN last night, looking at it. Scary stuff. Yeah, when you see a whole hillside on fire, like you wish everyone, obviously, you hope everybody gets out safely. I swear before the game starts, they don't try and use the same ball. It's all a farce. By the way, there was a post put out earlier on, from Football Tweet or at Football_tweet, and it's my favourite tweet so far. Shall I read the tweet out to you? So it's Arsenal FC, 21 years without a title, 33 years without a Carabao Cup, 0 Champions League, 0 Europa Leagues, 0 Super Cups, 0 Club World Cups, no Champions Leagues in 139 years, or UCL in 139 years, never defended a Premier League title, and this fan base has the audacity of Real Madrid, but in fact they're closer to Blackburn Rovers. That is one of my favourite tweets. It's actually my favourite tweet of 2025 so far. I don't know where they get it from. It's mental. They really do have some crazy entitlement there in that fan base. Thoughts on Elon, Craig? None. I have 0. Because it's not going to happen. So I don't want to waste my time talking about something that I know for a fact isn't going to come to fruition. So no point in talking about Elon Musk anymore, to be honest. It was funny for a day or two. But it isn't going to happen. So there's no point in us flirting with the idea in our minds. How's my weather? It's cold. Cold, mate. Yeah, cold. Craig, it's amazing that if we do reach the final, Newcastle hasn't won the cup for 55 years. Well, what did I say when the draw was made? I said I fancied Newcastle to turn over Arsenal. And I fancied them even more so when they went through the run of form that Newcastle have gone through. They're absolutely flying at the minute. So it wasn't all that much of a surprise to me that they went there and won last night, because they're in great form at the minute. And, we had a great game with them in the league up at St. James's Park. And, I wasn't surprised at all to see that one last night. Marcus said, how is football affecting your mood in general? I have to be honest, Liverpool affects my mood too much in my daily life. It's good that we're winning. I'm the same as you, Marcus. So obviously what's going on the pitch, I can't have too many complaints about. But the owners and the transfer situation and the contract situation, mate, I would be a liar, Marcus, if I said it didn't impact my thinking and how I'm feeling. It makes me angry. It makes me frustrated. But yeah, many people will tell us we look too deeply into it, Marcus. And you know what? They're probably right. But I'm being honest, it does. It gets to me as well. But on the pitch, hey, look, couldn't be happier. We're doing very well there. What's the biggest Irish rock band ever? I mean, most people would say U2. I'm saying Aslan. You ask Irish people, especially Dublin people, will tell you Aslan. There's a famous joke or a phrase around here that if Aslan and U2 were playing next door to each other, all the Irish and Dublin people would certainly be in at the Aslan gig and everybody else would be at the U2 show. So yeah, I'm going to stick with Aslan for my answer. Stevie boy, how are you? At what point do Verge and Gravenberch get rested? When they're injured. That's when, Stevie boy. And then we all go, but, and I go, do you remember when I warned everybody about that? And remember when I was calling them out for being cheap and not getting the midfielder? That's when. I've got to be honest with you, mate. I did not think we were going to see Gravenberch starting this game tonight. I was fully sure, even though the manager isn't overly fond of using Endo, I thought tonight, surely. Who? Exactly. The question of who tells you the answer. If there's Irish people in the chat, I'd love to know what they're thinking. But for me, Aslan all day, every day. Then probably U2. Then the Cranberries, maybe. Thin Lizzy wasn't my cup of tea, so I wasn't really into the music. But yeah, Aslan would be mine. Number 1. I just ordered myself some Istanbul merchandise, by the way, from the former Players Association, which I'm very excited about. Got myself a framed Xavi Alonso shirt, which I'm looking forward to receiving. Right. Rory Gallagher is definitely up there as one of Ireland's best guitarists. No argument about that, Brian. Great show. Rory Gallagher is a guitar hero. U2 are extremely overrated. I know, I'm not a U2 fan. That's why I answered with Aslan. Aslan's the one for me. If I could go back 15 years and go to another show all over again, it'd be Aslan, 100%, if it was an Irish band. The match starts at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock for those asking. We're still waiting for the official confirmation of the team news, by the way, and it should be coming soon. Jedward. Oh, Jedward. Don't even get me started on those young men. Wowder, how are you, boy? Boy? I mean, I don't know where the fuck I got that from. Speaking to you like I'm a cowboy or something. How are you, my man, is what I meant to say. We're getting rotated for FA Cup and Champions League, that's why. The FA Cup, yes, 100% agree with. But the Champions League's quite a way away, yeah. And we still want to make sure we finish number 1 in the Champions League. And it isn't at all because I'm going to the Lille game that I want that team strong, mate. No, I'm definitely not looking inwardly with that. Declan, how are you, my man? Declan said, hoping Elliot gets a good run out tonight. He's on the bench, so he won't be starting, which again I'm surprised about. Love from India, thank you. Do you think we sign Osimhen? I hope not, because I don't think he's good enough. Yeah, confirmed now. So we've got that team confirmed. So on the bench, Kelleher, Endo, Canade, Diaz, Nunes, Chiesa, Elliott, Robertson, Alexander-Arnold. So here's my question, right? Why is Kelleher not starting in goal? Like, this was always his competition. I don't understand why he's not starting in goal today. I don't understand that. I don't like it, if I'm being honest. But anyway, it is Alisson. As we said, the team on the screen is correct. Alisson, Costas, Connor Bradley, Kwanzaa, Van Dijk. Midfield, McAllister, Gravenberch and Jones. And then it's Salah, Jota and Gakpo. On the bench, Kelleher, Endo, Canade, Diaz, Nunes, Chiesa, Elliott, Robertson and Trent. I agree Kelleher should start tonight. It's been the tradition, always. You know, and Kelleher has won 2 cups playing in goal to the League Cup. So I don't like that Arne hasn't put him in goal tonight, if I'm being honest with you. But look, it is what it is. Still a very good goalkeeper between the sticks, I think you'll agree. Chiesa should have started. Why though? Like, remember, he hasn't played enough time to start a game yet. He has to build it up from like 20, 25 minutes and then build it up there. You can't be just throwing him straight into start when he hasn't played any football really over the last while, other than a 21s game and a handful of minutes elsewhere. Yeah, Szoboszlai's still sick. Yeah, he was expected to be ill. We got that news yesterday. Chiesa will start against Accrington on the weekend. Remember, I won't be there for the Accrington game at the weekend. Just in case you're tuning in, you're going, where are you, Craig? I'm got a family thing on Saturday, so I'll be with the family on that. But I will be back Saturday evening, so I'll be doing a late night agenda stream of that then. But I won't be here for the watch along at the weekend. Okay. Spurs team is out as well. It's Kinski, Pedro Porro, Dragusin, Gray, Spence, Basuma, Bentancur, Bergval, Kulishevsky, Solanke and Son. So that's the Spurs team. What is it with Slot and Elliott? He mostly played him right wing when he prefers CIM. I don't know. I don't have all the answers, you know. I may look a little bit like Arne, but I ain't him. So... Look, you've seen my predicted 11, or maybe you haven't. I put it out and I went with Javier Elliott in my starting 11. I went with him, McAllister and Endo in my midfield. But look, I'm happy that the manager, with the team the manager's gone with. You know, it's a strong team. Probably a bit stronger than I expected. It shows you that he wants to win this competition, as he should. I agree with wanting to win it. Val said, Craig, I like you more than Arne. I'll take that, Val. I'll take it, mate. I will. Even with you being an Arsenal fan, I'll still take it. Am I nervous or confident? Do you know, Ayan, it's a good question, my man. And I don't know. I don't know what I am. Yeah, I'm intrigued. That's probably the word I go with. But am I nervous about it? No. I don't usually tend to get nervous on the first leg of a two-legged game. But I do love the second leg being at Anfield. That always fills me full of optimism. Now look, quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, we are being brought to you thanks to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. Why not treat yourself to the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra this week or any week, and you can get 20% off and free shipping store-wide by using our code Anfield20. That is 20% and free shipping with our code Anfield20. Use that at checkout and treat yourself to something nice. Unsure about Jones at the moment. Well, he had a stinker in the last game, but he wasn't on his own. Look, I'm glad Bradley's getting a start tonight. I think, it'll be interesting to see what Bradley looks like in the team. I don't expect him to play the full 90 because, of course, he's also working his way back from an illness. So I think we'll see Bradley for about 65, 60, and then Trent will probably come on. Soren, how are you, my friend? Said, I like the starting 11. I think he's saving Kelleher for the weekend. As always, you're a legend. As always. Thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, look, if he's saving Kelleher for the weekend, so be it. But, I hope if we get to the final, Kelleher plays. He has to play in the final if we get there. How much would you pay for Isak? Not the 150 million anyway. I wouldn't be getting anywhere near that number. 80? 85 max, maybe. Carl, maybe he wants to kill them off in the first leg. Don't know. No idea. But I'm not displeased, Carl, with the team, my man. I'm not displeased. Philip, you have a lovely evening as well, my man. Have a good one. Love your watch-alongs from the United States. Thank you, Yuan. Appreciate you. Welcome in as well, by the way. It's always lovely to know where people are tuning in from, and we appreciate your support. So, ladies and gents, you know the drill. If you can, hit that like button for me. If you look up to the top corner, we're only 65 subscribers away from getting to 292,000. We're closing in on that 300k. So if you can, please do hit that subscribe button as well if you're new. So what are my score predictions for today? Either a 3-1 win for Liverpool or a 2-2 draw. That's my prediction. I'm happy to say I think 4 goals in the game. And it's either a 2-2 or a 3-1 to us. That's my guess. Bantry is in the house. How are we? Love to see it. Washington DC in the house as well. How are you, my friend? Welcome in. Yeah, so Szoboszlai's still out with an illness anyway. As we mentioned, maybe you didn't catch that one at the start. Szoboszlai's still out with that illness. Liz, how are you? Much love to yourself and the family as always, Liz. And thank you for joining us and being with us. I hope you had a lovely holiday season. Brooklyn in the gaff. We love that, Scott. Welcome in. Oslo. Robert, how are we? Welcome in. Is Darwin leaving? So, all I can say to you about Darwin is what I reported a few days ago, is that Liverpool are open to selling him. And if an offer came in, probably anywhere upwards of 50, it will be evaluated, shall we say. So that's all I can say to you at the minute. If somebody came in this month and said, here's 50 million, I think he's on his way. Yeah, and genuinely that's the information that I'm hearing from a good few people. So I can't answer if somebody's going to come in, smack the money on the table. There is interest from Saudi Arabia for Darwin. Don't know whether that's of any interest to Darwin and his family, but there is interest there in him. Charlie, what country is most of your audience from? It's from the UK. So it kind of varies sometimes. So it's usually UK, and then it's either Ireland or USA. It's one or the other. They flip-flop. Then South Africa. And then I think it's either Malaysia. I think it's Malaysia and then India, if I'm not mistaken, in that order. But yeah, top 4 is always UK, Ireland, USA, South Africa. I love your hair. That's fucking hilarious. Brilliant. Well done, mate. I have a shaved head. Congratulations. You're the first person ever to make a joke about hair on the channel. Wow. Well done. Cyprus in the house as well. How are we, Philip? Anything special for 300k? No, not really. Aiden, a little pat on the back maybe, and that's about it. You know, I still don't take it for granted that we are going to hit 300k, my man. You know, I never take these things for granted. Anything can happen, so we'll see what happens. I don't know, a celebration pizza or something. I don't know. I'm the type of person that, you know, when you do something or accomplish something, like 5 minutes, I'm like, yay, and then I'm like, right, on to the next. What do we do next? What's the next goal? What's the next achievement we're trying to get to? I don't like to sit in my hands for too long. Thought Norway was high on the watch list. Do you know what? Let's go and do this right now. I'm going to have a look right now, live, and tell you the list. So bear with me. Let me go into the old YouTube Studio app. Analytics. Audience. Geography. Right, you ready? We're going through it live. So right now, United Kingdom is top of our list with 40% of our audience. Second place, the United States of America with 7.5%. Then comes Ireland, 6.2%. Then South Africa. Then Australia is in there with 2.8%. Canada has moved up the list. Then Malaysia. Then India. Then Kenya. Then the Netherlands. So there you go. That's the rankings from geography of who watches Anfield Agenda. King, how are you, my man? I love you, bro. From Minneapolis, Minnesota. Only Liverpool channel with some balls. Thank you. Big Irish nut syndrome, don't you know, Sarah Bins? But welcome in, my man. Thank you. Look, I've only ever promised one thing, King, since day one. And that's I'm going to call it as I see it. And it's pissed off some people along the way. It's lost me some stuff along the way. But I can only ever be myself, you know. And I appreciate kind comments like that. So thank you. Michael Lynch. City well on with transfer of Marmoush, not good. I know. But this is what happens when you have FSG as owners. And they're cheap. And we know what we want to do. We know what we should be doing. But once again, we get instead of they're cheap bastards, we get the media reporting. They're holding their nerve. Holding the nerve. You and I both know we're an injury to Gravenberg away from being up shit creek without a paddle. So it's a joke. And I do hope we do some business in this window. And you know what? I'm kind of growing in confidence that we might use a little bit of our money to do some business in this window. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see. Still plenty of time left in the window, but, you know. Have I got the new car yet? Yep, we got it on Friday. Yes, very happy with it. It's lovely. The riding man said, Craig, I love Manscaped. Well, I got a brand new product from Manscaped, actually. Sabrina! Can you grab me that Manscaped razor thing in the box? Yes, they sent me a couple of new products, actually. One for the old noggin, which I'm going to show you now in a second. The dome. I don't know. I have no idea, love. I just open boxes and leave them lying around, you know. I don't do the cleaning up or trying to organise shit. You should know that by now. They're either up in the bedroom or they're in here. One or the other. Today isn't the Premier League, my man. Today is the League Cup semi-final first leg. What car did you get? A Lambo. Yeah. No. We got a Renault Rafale. The what's it called again? Alpine. A Spirit Alpine version. It's bleeding delicious, is what it is. I won't lie, it's absolutely gorgeous. Do you ever do that thing when you change your car or you're looking at if you get a new car, you look out the window every so often just to make sure it's still there. Just keep looking out the window. Having a look. Oh, it's still there. It's still blue. Craig, I'm Irish. Does that mean I have big nuts? I think I already had some anyway. I don't know, Val. I'm not getting involved in this conversation. This could get me in trouble very quickly, Val. Look, lady balls are a thing, as in with regards to Irish women's courage. Absolutely. My wife has a massive pair of Irish lady balls. So, anyone got a sofa for me for the evening? Rhode Island's in the house. Adrian, how are you, my man? Welcome in. Pleasure to have you with us, sir. Thank you. Craig, have you heard that City have approached Omar Marmoush? Heard it? My friend, I said it to you guys 3, 4, 5 days ago. Yes, of course I know about that. I also know that we should be getting our finger out and going and getting a couple of signings ourselves. Do. So, somebody said love from Wales. I have a question, Holly. If you guys have watched the Gavin and Stacey special, what were your thoughts on it? Because I only got round to watching it the other day. I had it recorded, but I never got round to watching it. I watched it the other day, and in all honesty, I preferred the show that came after it, the behind-the-scenes kind of James Corden and Ruth Jones just speaking about the show. I thought that bit was brilliant, but I was kind of meh on the show itself, on the final episode. Man U better at what? Leaky roofs, cutting costs, not giving out Christmas bonuses, being at 13th place in the table, winning fuck all. Shall I continue? Thank you, Lady Balls.
Wait, what?
Long story, but you've got balls now, okay? Okay. See?
No, I don't.
They sent me the dome shaver.
Big Eater keeps using a razor.
So now I can shave my head with Manscaped products. So thank you, Manscaped. They also sent me a beard trimmer, but you know.
I use it on mine. Right. Oh, it can't just stay there. I get your steps in for the day, do I?
Yeah, you get my steps in as well, yeah. And I get your eating in.
Just kicking over the river. I'll be leaving in about 10 minutes.
For good?
No, I couldn't make it happen.
Okay. I think my wife's done interrupting us now, everybody, but I'll just check. Are you done?
You called me.
Once.
You started it.
Best ad integration. Absolutely. If there was an award for that, Rob, we'd surely be odds on for it, right? I can link anything to shaving your nuts, Rob. Anything. Within 3 moves, I can be talking about shaving your balls with Manscaped products. Craig, how big is your head? You have a lot of valid knowledge. Big. My wife keeps talking about having to give birth to the big Houlden head. She said, I had to give birth to your 2 children with your giant Houlden head.
They are. Your 2 children's heads are bigger than my head. Big, giant-headed babies.
Yeah.
Giant-headed.
Yeah. Not my fault your family have weak little genes, love.
We have normal.
Not like me. Spitting out fucking... I don't know.
They came out double the size I was.
I don't know what to say to you, love. I can't help you there that you're spitting out little Chuck Norris Holdens, like, do you know what I mean? Can't help that. Sabrina's the best, well able for Craig. Oh, as you know, Foxy, she absolutely is. You've got to be in my circle of friends or to be my missus. You've got to be well able for banter because he's not going to be stopping. Right, what have we got here? Have we done this one? Stevie boy, how are you, bro? Said, so Slot does not rate Endo. Why not buy a midfielder? It just doesn't make sense. How do I say John's cheap without... John's cheap! That's why. Yeah, John's cheap. Craig and Stunpeg. You look at, if she wants to message me over a video, we could do a video together. I've said this loads of times. I work with everyone. Just nobody approaches us to do work together. So Stunpeg, be my pleasure. I don't know the girl personally, but of course would be happy to make some content together. Corbin, 2003. How are you? Maybe it's the media hype, but I like Isak. Oh look, Isak's brilliant. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say he's not brilliant, but he's not worth £150 million. That's the only thing about it. Like, you have to take into account the concerns that he does pick up some injuries. But that aside, he is the real deal. He's a proper player. There's no denying that one. But, the time to buy Isak, if you were looking for him, was when Newcastle bought him. Now you got to pay that big money, and John don't pay that big money. Roosba said, I don't agree with Kelleher not starting. WTF. I think, well, look, I agree with you, Roosba. I mentioned it at the start of the stream, but I think the perceived wisdom is that he'll probably start against Accrington Stanley on Saturday in the FA Cup. Newcastle won't sell Isak. They kind of have to. Newcastle have still got to sell a big player. Eddie Howe was only talking about it the other day. A lot of clubs, United or another club who are in PSR problem. So, some clubs have to do business, which makes it even more frustrating that we don't try and go in and stand on their neck and, squeeze them while they're having these issues. We're going to sit back and let them build up their club to become a stronger force when we could go in and try to shithouse them by taking some of the best players. So, yeah. That's my thoughts on it. I always think if you have the financial flexibility, you got to throw your muscle around. You got to throw your weight around a bit, especially when you're looking to get yourself a bargain and to destabilise another club. Corbin said, I think 80 million may bag him. He's look, 80 million, I'd be all over it. If there was a chance at 80 million, I'm with you 100%. Chris Stat Music. Alright, Craig, how are we? I'm good, my man. My nose is in bits, so you're going to see me going like this a lot, because I've got a little cut on the inside of my nose and it's killing me. Do you reckon Spurs re-signing Son could give them a boost tonight while our geniuses can't sort out our boys? I don't know. I can't say I've given it much thought. I think the fact that this is Ange Postecoglou's best chance at a trophy this season, other than maybe the Europa, I think this is it. Ange gave you the big and talking about second season trophies usually when he's a manager. He's in a semi-final here now, so they're going to want it tonight, and I'm not expecting it to be easy. I think they're going to work their socks off tonight. Do you think we should go for Delap from Ipswich? I'm glad you asked me this question today, Rain, and not last week, because last week the arrogant Craig, the snob, would have said no. But I did actually start doing some research on young Delap, and I was very impressed with what I was seeing. Very impressed with the reports and the managers and coaches that had worked with him on what I was reading. Very impressed with what I was seeing myself. And I have to say, I'm late to the party on Delap because I've paid no attention to him. But when I did take time and look in, I don't know whether he'll get to Liverpool level or not. I'm not sure yet. But there's something about the kid, definitely. He's definitely destined to move up another level again. I know he came through the City Academy and that, but he looks like he's got a good all-around game. And let me say this. I'd prefer us to go for him over Osimhen. That much I feel comfortable in saying. I'd take the lap over Victor Osimhen. Craig, ChatGPT said Liverpool sign Marmoush. They know something. Do they? Grand. Look, my take on the whole City stuff. I don't understand how anybody can advise their client, family, friend to go and sign for City with what's happening. But I guess money talks, so we'll wait and see. Yeah. I think the big question for us right now is, genuinely, what's Hughes at? What's he doing? Because I'm starting to get wound up by it. It's like, does anybody else feel like we're almost being trolled with Richard Hughes? Because he's not sorted out the contracts. He's not signed players we needed. He brought in a winger, or Chiesa, who was a bargain price and worth a punt, and a goalkeeper for next year, but didn't get the midfielder we needed. Still now into the January window, and I was hoping we got a nice early signing in the door there. Still nothing happening. And I genuinely don't know the man. Don't want to say he's not good at his job or not, but I also don't know what the hell he's doing day in and day out. Do you think Bradley starts versus Forest? Don't know, is the honest answer. Look, I'd go as far as saying this. I don't know what happens with Trent's contract. I have no idea. But I feel comfortable in saying, if I was Arne Slot, I would certainly be putting Trent on the bench for a week or two until he figures out his future, until he gets his head clear. Because I know Arne said he doesn't think it's because of the contract situation. And of course, you know, he's fully entitled to his opinion. But I don't believe in coincidences. And I you know, the big story the day before about Liverpool's offer was there, and then you had Madrid's matching offer, and then the next day he comes out and puts in a stinker. I don't believe in coincidences. So for me, he needs to get his head sorted out and make his decision. And, you know, when he makes his decision and goes public with it, you deal with it after that and you decide what happens. But until then, I would say time to take him out of the firing line and let Bradley have a run. Liz said Hughes is pocketing the money. And genuinely, Liz, I don't know. Oh, sorry, this one. I don't know what he does. Honestly, I don't. Because for the 7 months he's been at the club now, or whatever it is, I don't still understand what he's actually achieved in that time. Am I going to show the match? Yeah, because all YouTube channels have the license to show the match, mate. So yeah, I'm going to be showing the match. All of it. Yeah, definitely not being sarcastic here one bit. All of it. Full H, Ultra HD here on Anfield Agenda, actually. If you put on your VR goggles, whoo, interactive experience, bro. Did I watch the match last night? Yes, I did. Interesting game. Yeah. I think Newcastle deserve the win. Is Chiesa on the bench? He is. The bench will be scrolling across the bottom of the screen, by the way, if you want to have a look at it. But happy to read you at the bench now. Our friend here who was asking about it being live, just again, VR headset, bro. You can do all this interactively. Kelleher, Endo, Canade, Diaz, Nunez, Chiesa, Elliott, Robbo and Trent. That's the bench today. Now again, I mentioned this earlier on, but people are coming in a little bit later. I don't want to scare you, and I want you to be prepared for what you're going to see tonight. So I've gotten word via a reliable source that tonight what you're going to see is a round inflated thing made of leather that moves through the air. That is called a football. Now, some managers have been frightened of this football, and I don't want you guys to have the same fear. So I've reached out, lined it up, talked to the EFL, and they have assured me that it will be a circular football, inflated. So, you know, and I also know it's going to be the same one from the other rounds. So don't be surprised by it, you know. Don't be shocked. Am I a little angry or what? Do I seem angry? You'll know when I'm angry. I'm not very difficult to read. When I'm angry, you'll see it. No, mate, I'm not angry. I'm also just not putting up with stupid fucking questions from people that are too lazy to Google a fucking answer. So, that, you know, am I showing the game? Anybody with half a brain cell knows the answer to that question. Of course I'm not showing the game. I don't have the copyright to show the game. And why would I show a game and lose 6 years of my life's hard work so somebody that doesn't have the subscription can watch the game? So, you know, if you ask me a stupid question, I'm going to give you a stupid answer. Most people in the chat won't know why you said that. So, I'll explain. I presumed everybody would know what this was about, but last night, poor old Mikel Arteta, not sure Jay says he was only in bits. He was speaking in his match reaction last night, and he blamed the match ball as part of the reason as to why Arsenal lost to Newcastle. I shit you not. He said it takes time to adapt to the Carabao Cup ball and that it flies differently. Top level manager that. talking about a football being the reason why they were beaten 2-0. Now, I don't know if he knows Newcastle had to use the same football, or that he had the opportunity to train with it all week, or that he's used it in previous rounds. But that is Arsenal's manager right there. All he was short of doing in that interview, by the way, was breaking out the deserve to win meter and going, look, 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 look. Never mind the result. Never mind the result. That's not the real result. The real result is the deserve to win meter, which clearly shows that we deserve to win the game. He's such a twat. And so much so that the EFL were even quote tweeted it and going, same ball, mate. Same ball. Same ball. It's fucking mental. This is Arsenal, 21 years without a league title, 33 years without a League Cup, 0 Champions League, 0 Europa League, 0 Super Cups, 0 Club World Cups. But the entitlement, that's peak. They're weird, aren't they? Honestly. How about we just got beaten by the better team? How about me forwards couldn't hit a barn door with a banjo? How about, missing headers and hitting them with your shoulders? No, the ball. Definitely the ball's fault. One sec. I got a feeling Trent doesn't like Slot, but Slot's being class defending him. Well, Trent's spoken highly in any interviews about Arne Slot, to be fair, and the differences he's made and help he's given him with his defending. Why does no one rate Osimhen anymore? I never really rated him. Ever, to be fair. So, I haven't changed my view on it. I said when he was at Napoli, it wouldn't be one for me. I don't think he's the right guy. Yeah, and there has to be a reason why he's in Galatasaray on loan. And I don't know the answer, but it's either he's asking for stupid money or some other reason, but he's available and yet nobody's made that big move for him. Thanks for letting me know about the ball. It's okay, mate. It's my pleasure. It's what I'm here for. To help out people that aren't, don't have that ball knowledge. And we're not talking about the normal ball knowledge, from your knowledge of the game. We're talking about that the ball is round. Dazza said, don't want to use the round ball tonight. Look what happened to Arsenal. I'm worried. I think that's a fair concern that you have, mate. We'll whip out that excuse if we lose. That's Darwin's issue. He's not used the ball yet, said Charlie. Harry said, thoughts on Kimmich reports. Look, they're always going to have some validity to them when you're talking about a player who's as experienced as him. But knowing our owners like I do, I would say that they look at the wage that Kimmich would no doubt want, and it would probably be a non-starter because they would feel they could bring in a midfielder on less money. And maybe it's right. Maybe that's the right angle. I'm not saying, the idea of bringing in a Zubimendi, let's say, I'm sure he'd be on less wages than Kimmich. So I can kind of understand if they looked over or past Kimmich, but I can also understand if they wanted to take a punt. So it wouldn't be my first choice, but certainly a very credible option and a great footballer. Kimmich negotiating a new contract and Christian Falk using our name. No coincidence there, Connor said. It is different VAR as well tonight. Yes, the referee will explain any decisions that are involving video assistant referees and stuff like that. He'll explain via the microphone what's going on inside the stadium. So yeah, there will be some things tonight that are being trialled out like that we have to get used to. So Graham Potter has signed the contract which confirms him as the new West Ham manager. 2.5-year deal, and will be unveiled tomorrow at a press conference. So there you go. This is Diogo Jota's first start as well since October the 20th. And thank you, Mark, for making me sound like I'm intelligent there with that information. We go from Links to Isak to re-signing Brewster. Yeah, I don't think we'll be re-signing Ryan Brewster, to be fair. Kimmich on 320 grand a week now. Imagine making that phone call, Craig Adams, to John. Hey, John, how are you? Hey, guys. John, a great player here for me, John. You like this one, John? He's available for about 10 mil, John. Oh, 10 mil. Get it done. Get it done. But John, come here to me. His wages, John. How much are his wages? £320,000 a week. John? Not there. Why am I so angry? There's a whole multitude of answers I could give you to that, involving me slaughtering your mother, you, your family. But ultimately, I'm just going to do what everybody wants me to do, which is not engage you and just ban you. So there you go. I'm growing. I'm maturing, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't bite on that one. And also, I don't think I've been angry once so far today. I think I've been pretty calm, composed. Some might say stoic. I'm actually in great form today, in all honesty, mate. So stop trying to bait me because you hate me. You know, that's going to be my new phrase. Don't bait me because you hate me. And that's all you want. You want a little pat in the head from daddy, don't you? The big boy. Arr. Do you only read rage bait comments? Yeah, because everything I've read out tonight has been rage bait comments. Yep, all the stuff about what country people are from and all rage bait. Here's what I'm going to say this really quickly. Just, you know, if you don't want to be here, please feel free to fuck off. In all honesty, I don't have time for your bullshit. So if you've come in to have a poke, to moan at me, to complain, just go elsewhere. Nobody dragged your sorry ass in here to watch the stream. Nobody went into your house, tapped you on the shoulder and said, "Oi," on your phone there to Anfield Agenda. So if it isn't for you and you don't like me, what are you doing? There's so many ways you could spend your time better. You do know Pornhub exists, right? I never get it. Why do stuff that makes you unhappy? Go live your better life and forget about little old me. What have we got? Seer said, "Mark, I spammed the genuine question 3 times and he didn't respond. Only answers rage bait comments." No. I grabbed the ones that were in front of me, like I tried to read yours. And you were timed out, not by me, by the moderators, for spamming. And instead of maybe, I don't know, trying to jazz up your comment a little bit, throwing a hamburger and emoji in, you turned full little bitch. And little bitches go bye-bye. So I'm not here to pander to your entitlement, you sad little twat. Fuck me. Remember that. You have no entitlement to anything. None. I don't have to do anything. Nothing. I'm here to have fun, not to pander to your fucking childishness. I'll do the parenting that apparently nobody else was willing to do for you. It's okay. I'm here to help you out and prepare you for the real world. Where have we got? Paul, how are you, bro? Nice to see you in. Do you think Trent was not trying to get injuries? No, I don't. I think it was just that the transfer situation got in his noggin. I didn't get certainly for me, I didn't get the vibe that he was trying to avoid an injury or anything like that. I just felt like his head wasn't there, Paul, to be honest with you, mate. Do you think there's any significance to Trent being benched? Yes. Now, look, the manager won't say it because the manager has to be professional and the manager has to look after his squad. Totally right thing to do. But yeah, it's got to be because of the situation. You know, it's not like he's resting them up for Accrington Stanley because we have a massive game. So I do feel, Aaron, yeah. You think personally, pure defensive standpoint, I think Bradley is miles better. Excuse me. Look, they're different players and some of them have their attributes that make them better in a certain area. And I think Trent, as an all-round footballer, is amazing. But he's just not there at the minute mentally for me. And of course, I'm not on the training pitch with him, so I don't see all of this. But, you know, I think it would have been... problematic if Arne started him and he had in any way of a poor game tonight. So maybe it's a bit of protection for Trent as well. What's your score prediction? Said Benedict. Sorry, Benedict, I can't answer that because you didn't insult me and I only answer rage bait comments, don't you know? 3-1 or 2-2. I think we're going to see a 4-goal game and I'm guessing 3-1 to us or 2-all. Craig, if FSG said no to Musk, Musk isn't buying the club. Don't be worrying your little head with it. Here's what I do find funny though, is I seen Sky last night and some of the journalists were like, why would FSG sell the club for £5.5 billion when the TV rights and other things are still going to go up and up and up? And I was thinking, because they'd make £5 billion profit maybe? But no, look, it looks like there are no desire to sell the club. They also have no desire to invest in it on the playing side by the looks of things, but yeah, I wouldn't be worrying about it. It's, look, when Musk says anything or is linked to anything, of course there's going to be huge headlines around it. And his dad being interviewed a little bit and talking about it certainly added to the situation. But, I just don't see it happening. So I don't think we need to be concerned about it. Charlie said, imagine having 2.5k in the chat and people expect you to see them. Some people are so entitled. Also, people think you're angry. This has calmed me today, absolutely. Look, I get that people want to see their comments read, of course. And I can tell you, genuinely, I don't scan the comments before I read them. Wherever my eye catches in the comments, that's where I read. So if it happens to be a comment about me being angry or something, genuinely it's a coincidence. Because I don't proofread them. I just catch whatever one's in my eye line. CJ said, Musk buying us would be amazing. Would it though? Like, I don't know. I just don't know. He's a bit too volatile for my liking in that department, but it would certainly be interesting, I'll say that. I love you, Craig, primarily because of the fact that you ban people for stupidity. That should be the standard. I ban people for being disrespectful. Like I've told everybody from day one, respect, whether it be to me or people in the chat, is a minimum. You get it, you get what you give. And if you're respectful and you're fun and you're here to take part, we'll chat with you all day long. But if you come in to be a dope, go elsewhere. Have I heard the Kimmich rumours? Yes, Jesse, I have. You'd have to say, you can always understand why we'd be linked with somebody like Joshua Kimmich. But on the wages that he's currently on at Bayern, I mean, I can't see it happening for us. Someone said he's on about 320 a week or something there. So yeah, I doubt it. Now look, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick reminder that with it being match day, we are being brought to you with thanks to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. Why not try the Chairman Pro face shaving kit or anything else at manscaped.com and get yourself 20% off and free shipping. That's 20% off and free shipping store-wide with our code Anfield20. Use it at checkout or scan the QR code in the bottom corner. Liz, come on now, Liz. You know what happened the last time I tried that, Liz. I'll end up another injury, Liz. So no. Someday, maybe if I get the old flexibility up, Liz, someday. Nick said, harsh on Kelleher not getting the start. Also, if Trent was set on leaving, do you think he'd be laser focused to top off his time here with the Premier League title in front of the fans? Look, my view on anybody leaving the club, knowing they're leaving, hasn't changed. And I don't like the idea of playing people that are going to be walking out the door to a new project in a few months. Because I'm a pessimist and I believe I'm cynical. And I think human nature is to look after yourself. And I think if you're getting closer to a big move to another club, I just don't see you're going to be 100% committed. And I don't see you're going to put your body on the line. And I would also have questions about what happens if we then played Madrid in the knockout stages of the Champions League and stuff like that. So my view on it is different to a lot of people's. I would be saying, off you pop, Bradley's understudy for a couple of reasons. One of them being, if Bradley's going to be the future, then let's start the future now when Trent has made his decision. But look, that's me, and I understand that others see this situation differently and would happily play him. I just think that if Trent was to come out and say he's going to Real Madrid at the end of the season, even with a big glossy PR post and stuff, every time he misplaces a pass, every time he isn't at his best, I think you'll hear groans. I think you'll hear it building inside the stadium. And I think the opportunity for Trent to be scapegoated for any poor result would just grow. So that's my honest take on it. But again, I don't think I'm speaking for the majority with that one. I don't understand the people saying Trent just had a bad performance. I can forgive a bad performance, but I can't excuse pure laziness. I'm with you, Aaron. And I think Liverpool fans in general, or maybe it's all football fans, I don't know. I think if they see 100% effort, that's it. You know, they'll forgive most things if they deem that you're given everything every time you take to the pitch. And as a local boy in the game against United, you know, a Carragher, a Gerrard, the Joneses, the Trents, they have to. That game is the game. So if you put in the stinker and it looks like a stinker where people feel like you're not arsed, and it's against United, it doesn't sit well. Trent is about 90% crappy defending and 10% big Hollywood passes. Do you know what? Honestly, Alexander, I think Trent's defending has improved this season under Arne Slot. I'm not saying he's the best right back in world football, but I do think his defending has improved under Arne. But if you go back to that game against United, he didn't win a single duel, not one. Jamie said he was lazy on Sunday. That's unforgettable and unforgivable, so clearly his head's somewhere else. Bradley has heart and deserves it. The rating man said Jayden Dan should play in trainee only. Just my opinion. Oh, dude, I'd have no concerns about that. Those two you've mentioned. I think the big problem with Jayden Dan's is going to be he's already missed quite a lot of this season with the back injury. So, you know, I'd be playing him against Accrington Stanley and Leone, and then maybe I'd be looking to see a loan move out at the end of the window to just get him more football and more minutes. Where do you rank Trent now compared to Liverpool legends if he leaves now at the end of the season? I'm trying to give you a comparable in my mind. I probably put him up there with a Sammy Hyypiä, around that level, if he left now or at the end of the season, because, you know, yeah, I think maybe around that Sammy Hyypiä level, somewhere around there. He wouldn't get up to the Gerrards, the Salahs, the Dalglishes. Wouldn't be as low as a Maka and Michael Owen. Wouldn't hold him in that much contempt. Somewhere around like that. Giving 100% is why we still love Darwin. Do we? Do we? I can say giving 100% is why I gave Darwin so much time. I agree on that one. Because you never perceived a lack of effort from Darwin yet. But I'm personally past the hoping it works out stage. I just don't think it is at this point. And that makes me sad because, of course, I wanted Darwin to be a massive success, same as all of you guys. He's an easy guy to like. He's an easy lad to fall in love with. And, yeah, just frustrating it didn't work out. Raging Caton said, Craig, been suffering with the flu since Monday. Hopefully Liverpool win ups my spirits. Dude, I've had a cold/flu for, I don't want to exaggerate it, but it's definitely minimum 3 weeks. And it's lingering, and whatever this virus is that's doing the rounds this winter, man, it's hanging around, and it's tough to shift. Bit like Adrian, actually, in that regard. Shot by Eve, or Evie, said, I still love Darwin for his work rate because he runs every inch of the pitch and gets it brushed under the rug because of his misses. No, I don't think he gets it brushed under the rug. I think that's the only thing people have actually credited him for, because the only thing he's really been doing. you're signing as a number 9 for Liverpool Football Club. Your job, your priority, your number one task is to put the ball in the back of the net. And he just hasn't done that anywhere near enough, unfortunately. So, yeah, you know, that's the my side of it, or my take from it anyway. Stargirl said, I was hoping to see Elliott starting today. Fingers crossed the weekend was a blip. Do you think we will see Chiesa play against Accrington? Depends. Like, if he played tonight, let's say he got 20-25 tonight, then we'd have to see how his body reacts to it over the next day or two. And then you've a relatively short turnaround back to Saturday. But I guess there's a good chance of it. The governor, Paul Ince, was a good captain. He was a prick. Fuck off. Good captain. Would you stop it? I don't know a single Liverpool fan, outside of maybe your good self, that would agree with that statement, that Paul Ince was a good captain. That's not what I have been told from that era. Yeah. Newcastle won't sell Isak. Ian, they have to make a sale at some point, mate. Hell was only talking about it the other day. Now, it might not necessarily be Isak, granted, but they do have some PSR concerns that, you know, makes them, I guess, targetable for a sale if somebody wants to come in and try and get somebody. What do you think about Arteta blaming the ball? I think you know the answer to that one. I guess as a coach, he's trying to deflect away from blaming the players or whatever else, and I'd be cringing if it was our manager, but I'd rather hear a manager blame the ball than, I guess, throwing the players under the bus. But either way, it's weird. It's just weird. Where's Soboslai? Still ill, unfortunately, Brian. Don't think he travelled with the team down to London. So yeah, still ill. So hopefully he'll be back for the weekend. Since when am I a Liverpool fan? 1989. The 2-0 loss against Arsenal was the day that made me fall in love with Liverpool. Yeah, so quite a long time now. You know, I'm too old. That's what I keep feeling when I talk about that game. It's like, God, you're old now, Craig. Emma, how are you, my friend? Said, evening, Craig. Haven't donated to the Cheesecake Fund for a while, up the Reds. Do you know what, Emma? I genuinely can't remember, mate. I haven't had cheesecake in a good while now. Yeah, I'm trying to lose weight, obviously. So I've been trying to still have nice little treats, but not full cheesecake slice sized. But thank you. Always appreciate you, mate, and thank you for your super chat. Right, so 7 minutes to go until we are underway, ladies and gentlemen, in the first leg of the League Cup semi-final. If you can help us out, we're 18 subscribers short of 292,000. So if you can, please do hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the stream if you haven't done so. We need 75 more likes to get our 1,000 before kick-off. So if you can help us out with that, that would be much appreciated. Herbal infusion don't help. Oh, Ben, dude. You start the day and you've got great plans, right? Yeah, I'm having a healthy. I'm having chicken fillet for dinner, and I'm doing all this stuff. And then, as you said, comes time to partake in the herbal infusion, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Where's the Christmas stockpile? Where is it? Get out of me way! I don't care. Where are the Pringles?" And then an hour later, you're sitting there, guilt-ridden, surrounded in crumbs, going, "We'll start tomorrow." I'm getting a feeling Mo is going to cut it and curl it into the top corner in this game, said Decanter. I hope so. Look, it's a very interesting team selection from Arne. It's a little bit stronger than I was expecting. Ben's looking decent as well. So, yeah, we've got a really good chance there. Bulgaria in the house. Tony, how are you, my man? Welcome in. Appreciate you being in. Curtis said you hit 1,000 likes. Thank you so much, everybody, for hitting that button. Appreciate your support as always. So we are 5 minutes away. 5 minutes away from the first leg starting. Craig, can you please give a shout out to Sharon Enoch laying in a hospital bed recovering from a car crash? Of course, Sharon. Firstly, Sharon, I hope you're feeling okay. Yeah, that's my main concern here, Sharon, is that you're recovering well. And thank you if you are tuning in. And I hope you're back home with your family as soon as possible and feeling 100%, Sharon. So much love to you and thank you for watching. See, where are all these angry people moaning at me? I don't have anger. I'm always happy and polite to people. So I don't think some people get my sarcasm at times. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But you know what? I'm extremely grateful for all the viewers that we have and the kindness that people show to me and each other. And I always speak about it. I don't know where this Craig's angry comes from. I'm not. I just get angry when I'm watching the game. Just bought a Toblerone at half price. Oh, Ken, doing God's work out there, mate. Half price. Was it the big pervert Toblerone, like the big, the big airport one over your shoulder, walking to the checkout one? Hi ho, hi ho. Throw that bitch in the freezer and then get the Kango hammer out to break an Alp off. Try and do it with your teeth, and then all of a sudden your teeth's in tatters and you're switching to the other side and you're chewing it and you're chewing it. We've all been there. I remember I had a Toblerone cheesecake once actually over in Salou. Ooh, that was good. Shane, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, Shane. Appreciate you, mate. Have you seen the one at Costco? We don't have Costco in Ireland, believe it or not, Curtis. I've often looked at some of the Costco stuff and the size of it and been very jealous. But yeah, we don't have one, which is a damn shame. Because, look, I'd be dangerous in Costco, to be honest with you, mate. I'd be dangerous. My wife wouldn't let me go there unaccompanied. What have we got? Right, teams are shaking hands now ahead of the game. Let me run through both starting lineups again for you before we get on the way. We'll start with the home side. Kinski, Pedro Porro, Dragusin, Gray, Spence, Basuma, Bentancur, Bergvale, Kulishevsky, Solanke and Son. For Liverpool, starting 11 is Alisson in goal, Bradley at right back, Costas at left back, Virgil van Dijk and Jarell Quansah in the centre back positions. In midfield, Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister and Curtis Jones. Up top, Salah on the right, Gakpo on the left and Diogo Jota through the centre. On the bench today for the Reds, Kelleher, Endo, Canade, Diaz, Nunes, Chiesa, Elliott, Robbo and Trent. Craig just described me with my Toblerone. I think it's all of us. I think it's all of us, mate. What do I chew? Food. What's this? Spurs mascot to VVD after shaking the hands. Come to Spurs. We haven't got any good defenders. Well played, young man. Well played. Right, so, ladies and gents, sit back, relax, as always. I'll do my best to take you through the game. This is what you're going to have coming up over the next few hours. The watch-along, match reaction, player ratings video, and you guys, of course, will have a chance to submit your player ratings, as always. And then we're going to throw out a news video very late tonight, so keep an eye out for that one dropping after 11 o'clock as well. Check out Billy Connolly's Toblerone segment. Oh, I know it well, Mike. I know it well. And 'tis spot on. I'm now tucking into a chocolate orange. Well played, Ben. Well played. The question with the Terry's chocolate orange is, how do you break them? Do you give them that little precision tapping? Because that's what I do. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we wouldn't be here today without the support of you guys and, of course, our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. The Performance Package 5.0 Ultra that you can see on the screen there features Manscaped's Lawnmower 5.0 with the skin-safe technology, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Manscaped's 2 liquid formulations, the Boxer Brief and the Shed Travel Bag are their free gifts to you. You can get 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com with our code Anfield20 or by scanning the QR code in the corner. Right, we're about to get underway. League Cup semi-final, first leg. Fingers crossed. See, Arne has a cough as well. We're definitely the same person. Right, Liverpool playing from left to right. Spurs are going to kick us off. Just waiting for the referee to blow his whistle, and we will be underway. We are off, my friends. We are off. Spurs do the decent thing and launch the ball out long left side, where Conor Bradley wins the first header and puts it out for a Spurs throw. Right. Hopefully, we can put them to the sword again. I'm going to sync up at 1 minute for everybody as well, if you'd like to sync up commentary with how you're watching it. Jones there with a challenge, goes out for another Spurs throw-in. Shane, who's a United fan, Shane said, if we sell Mainu, I will be angry to say the least. I don't blame you, mate. I don't blame you, but I also wouldn't be giving him a 200 grand a week contract either. But I totally get you coming from. Spurs looking to get in now. Down our right hand side. Kwanzaa's back. Plays it to Alisson. And Alisson tries to play it out to Bradley. Flicks it upfield. Right, we're getting to 1 minute now. So it's 1 minute. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Camera pans straight to Trent on the bench. So they know what they're doing, don't they? By the way, the second leg of this League Cup semi-final will be free to air on ITV. So keep that in mind if you're unable to watch them usually or whatever. It will be free to air in the UK, the second leg of this. Well in, Macca. Gravenberch flicks it on. Bentancur heads it back forward. Son with the second ball in. Jones gets there. Shields it well. Well done, Curtis Jones. Good ball between the lines to Salah. Lovely bit of skill from Mo. That's a delicious ball out left side to Cody Gakpo. Gakpo cuts infield. You know what he's looking to do. Still in possession, Gakpo. Goes back. Macca plays it out right hand side. Just over hit though, and Bradley can't keep it in. Good football though in the build up. And if you are new to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, firstly, welcome in. Secondly, do hit that subscribe button if you can. Is this the new keeper Spurs bought, by the way? This Kinski guy, or has he always been there? Don't know anything about him. Spurs going along with the clearance. Virgil again does well, wins that. It's with Kwanzaa. He turns, tries to play it upfield, but it goes back to a Spurs player. Well done, boys. Go on, good press. Keep going. Unlucky. That's it. Press. He's off. Surely Son's off, or Solanke's off there. Ball goes out anyway. Brian. Oh, nearly noticed you there, dude. Brian's came in and gifted 50 memberships. Absolute legend, Brian. Thank you, bro. 50 memberships. Wow. Enjoy, everyone, and thank you, Brian, yet again. Always a gent. Spurs on the attack now. Liverpool trying to play their way out and made a mess of it. Kwanzaa does well, steps in and clears it. Liverpool throwing now on the far side. Kevin, how are you, mate? All the way over in Australia. Lovely to have you in, bro. Welcome. They bought him from Slavia Prague. Thank you, Ben. I thought it was the new keeper, alright, mate, but I wasn't 100% sure. Right, throw into Liverpool on the far side of the pitch. Who is Brian and why is he so rich? Brian's John W. Henry. Just doesn't want to tell anyone. And that's why Liverpool can't spend any money on players, because Brian spends all the money on memberships to Anfield Agenda. So there's no money left in the club. Isn't that right, John? Although Brian probably, knowing Brian as I do, he probably feel insulted, actually, that I called him John W. Henry, so I didn't mean it that way. Right. Spurs on the attack now, and they make a mess of that and play it off one of their own players that drops to Liverpool. Costas. Little 1-2 with Maka, back to Costas. Ooh, bit of a hospital pass there to Jones, but he gets away with it. Ball now out right side to Bradley. He's brought down. A free kick to Liverpool, just inside their own half, right hand side. Soboslai's still in, mate. Still ill, sorry, still ill. Ghost dog, still unavailable with that illness. Right, we're approaching 5 minutes on the clock, still scoreless. And that is, again, Quansah. Look at... Quansah passes the ball, again, straight to a Spurs player. Now, I'm going to get grief in the comments when I talk about this later on and say that Quansah made a mistake. I'll get the usual, what are you at, Craig? Stop going in on Quansah shite in the comments. But that was not a hard pass. And he passed it straight to a Spurs player. Good luck with the game, thank you. 7-inch destroyer, much love, my man. Colin said, Leeds fan here, love watching Liverpool this season, flying high and loving the all-out attacking football. See you next year in the Prem, hopefully. Certainly hope you're back up, Colin. I have an awful soft spot for Leeds, and I was speaking with Joe Wainman as well a few weeks ago, who I'm sure you know is a Leeds fan. So yeah, I'd love you back up, mate. I do. We have a mute. Oh, great save, Ali. Alisson Becker with a great save there to stop, I think, Dragusin. Brilliant save. The Spurs player needing medical attention here. Everybody's doing the right thing, just standing back, allowing the medical team to get on. I'm not 100% sure what's going on, because obviously the camera correctly isn't showing the player. But, you know, there was a quick call on to the medical department there from some of the players. So fingers crossed the Spurs player is okay. There's a stretcher coming on now. I'm not exactly sure what happened. But before all of that, Spurs had a very good chance that forced Alisson Becker into a wonderful, wonderful save. Which he did make, and then we cleared it and it'll be a corner, but... in moments like this, the player's welfare is all you're concerned about. You know, whether it's a Liverpool player or a Spurs player, it doesn't matter. Player's welfare and getting home safe is the most important thing. So hopefully they take all the time they need. And, you know, players certainly moving. But, you know, that's always a good sign. It's Bentancur, I think, that's down injured, by the way, for those asking. Colin Bracken, thank you, mate. Appreciate you. And again, everyone doing the right thing here, just giving the medical personnel the space that they need. Hopefully he's okay. You know, that's priority number one is making sure that he's safe. He's certainly alert and awake. I can say that from this angle. And I think people are feeling a bit better about the situation now by the looks of it. You know, we certainly hope that he's back up on his feet in a moment. Virgil just went across. Quick word there with Arne slot as well. Would I take Solanke now? No, I wouldn't. So this could be an awkward landing on his shoulder or something. And of course, I don't care how long this takes. Whatever is needed is needed. You know, someone's welfare is the most important thing in these situations. It's always great to see the respect shown in these moments as well. You know, inside stadiums, out there on the pitch. Everyone's concern is just make sure the players are okay. Ange is just having a word here with some of his own staff. I think they're just, yeah, from the looks of it, it's to do with the landing. Jesse said it could take 2 hours and I don't care. I'm the same. You know, I was working on That's Football during the time Christian Eriksen collapsed in the Euros, and it'll never leave me, that watch along. I was working with a guy called Joe on there. Brent was off that day. It was me and Joe covering the game, and it still rocks me to this day, that game. And thankfully Eriksen's, as you know, back playing football and all good, and that's the outcome we want there. I don't know if it's a head injury or a shoulder collarbone type thing like that. You know, he's always been conscious because you can see movement of the legs and arms. But what team do I support? Have a guess. What's the channel called, mate? So Swee Johnson said I rewound the game and it was an awkward landing to his shoulder or head. Yeah, that's what it looks like, but how can it be a broken neck confirmed? There isn't a single x-ray machine out in that pitch as far as I'm aware. Can we stop spreading fake information when we don't know what it is? You know, let's be respectful to the player and his family here. So I'm removing that comment. Why are they not showing it? Out of respect. Would you want to see your loved one on display for everybody? No, it's the right thing to do. Do you think we'll go to Anfield with a comfy lead? I don't know, my man. I hope so, but firstly, I just want to make sure that this man's all right here, and then we'll figure out the football game after that. Still working, still treating them out there on the pitch. Players are just doing a little bit of running, a little bit of jogging on the spot, stuff just to keep warm. The amount of people asking why there isn't replays or not, use your common sense. Somebody's been injured badly. Why would they start replaying it and torturing his family? You know, it's out of respect. And it's right. It shouldn't be replayed. It shouldn't be focused on. All that should be focused on is the medical attention he needs right now. And, you know, I don't care if we don't know anything about it as long as he's alright. So, you know, that's why we're not seeing it. Because why would you want to see it? You know, it's a worrying moment. He's now on the stretcher. I don't think he's anywhere near good enough, mate. Is my thoughts on Osimhen. Honestly, that's I've never been one of his biggest fans, to be honest with you, but he's going off there on the stretcher now. Thank you, Corbin, mate. So he's 100% alert and moving. I can tell you that. You know, that's the only thing I know for certain is I seen him moving there. So Brennan Johnson has come on to replace Rodrigo Bentancur, and of course, we wish him a speedy recovery. And if we get any updates on it, of course, we'll let you know. Right, corner. Ball's played in, and Alisson comes out and claims it. It's Bentancur who went off, for those asking, and he's replaced by Brennan Johnson. Right, Bradley. Back in field to Gravenberch. Jones. Liverpool play it out left side now. Costas in a little bit of space. Gakpo. Again, back with Jones. Out to Costas. There's not much movement there ahead of him, so Liverpool forced backwards here with Virgil. He tries a diag again in behind. Looking to turn Jed Spence, I think it is, but it's a little bit overhit. Goes behind for a Spurs goal kick. So we probably expect a big drop of injury time at the end of this first half. I think that took about 9-10 minutes or so. But of course, it doesn't matter how long it takes. The important thing is that the player gets the treatment he needs. Gravenberch now. Ooh, almost to Salah. Now it's with Bradley. Salah tried to cross in towards the back post. It was blocked, and it'll be a Liverpool throw-in on the near side. He's looked sharp so far, Bradley, in this one. Certainly looks like he's up for it. Throw into Jones. Back to Conor Bradley. Bradley misplaced. I've jinxed them. Misplaced pass there from Bradley. Why did Kwanzaa let that ball run across his body? But he gets a foot in on it anyway, and it goes back to Alisson. Kwanzaa to Bradley. Ooh. Liverpool throw in. Just about got away with that one. Bradley slipped. There haven't been any highlights, Joseph, to be honest, mate. There was an injury to Rodrigo Bentancur after 4 or 5 minutes, which took a good 10 minutes or so. So we're only back underway a minute or two. Oh, Spurs keeper nearly got caught out there. There was a ball played over the top. And Jota was in a foot race with the goalkeeper. And Kinski came out, just about got a touch on it with his foot. And then managed to regather it. But yeah, there is VAR tonight. Not only that, Jamie, but there's VAR with announcements from the referee as well. There's a trial going on tonight for announcements from the ref who's mic'd up to the stadium as well. So supporters will hear what's going on. Kwanzaa, only for VAR reviews though. Oh, dude, I know that you weren't being serious, my man. God, I knew that. Sorry, I just didn't want to make a big joke after the Bentancur thing and all, mate. But I know you at this point, bro. It's all good. You only ever have good intent. Spurs have the ball here. Work it out left side. Son. Bradley goes out. He's helped there with Gravenberch. Spence now. Bradley still there with him. Goes back again to Son. Nothing on ahead of Son, so he recycles it back to Archie Gray. Dragusin. They switch it up now. Go out on the far side to Brennan Johnson. He's been shepherded there by Costas, so they go back again. It's all the way back now with the Spurs keeper. Again, switch that left side to Son. Movement ahead of him. He tries to dink the ball over Bradley, but it was never getting there. And Gravenberch steps in and wins it. It's now with Jarell Kwanzaa inside our own 18-yard box. To Alisson. Virgil. Play around that press to Costas. McAllister. Jota. Tries a ball up the line. Spurs defender gets there first. Is back again with the Spurs goalkeeper. New subscriber from Australia. Art van der Ley. I love that. Seinfeld fan. We love that. Well in. You immediately get a shout out just for the name, mate. Well played, Art van der Ley. We love that. And welcome in as well, I should say. Right, again, Spurs on the attack. Liverpool defend it, and it will be a throw-in on the far side. John said, if that was Trent, you would have made 10 videos about it. I wouldn't have had room though, mate, because I'm making too many about your missus, so I won't have time to make videos about Trent, John. But you don't worry about what I do, John. I'll worry about that. And if I want to make 50 fucking videos about Trent, I'll make 50 videos about Trent, and you'll watch them all like a good little man. And what do you want me to do about Trent? Say that he wasn't shit against United and that it isn't a fucking disgrace that he's dragging the club around over the contract negotiation? You want me to tickle his balls a little bit? Nah, not happening. Trent's stringing everybody along and needs to get a fucking man up and say what he wants to do. Right, Spurs now on the counter with Kulusevski. Again, Liverpool do well. Clear it. Come on. Give it back to them. I'm jinxing them here. I'm jinxing them. Son now. Oh. Son drills a low shot in. Dominic Solanke runs across the front of the keeper. Tries to get a flick past Alisson. But flicks it wide of the post. And we get away with that one. But he probably would have been offside anyway. Solanke just looked like he was ahead of the defender. Well said, Craig, lads. Look, if somebody wants to simp over anybody and be a good little beta boy and pretend like everything's okay and go, kick and pa, they've every right to do that. But you don't get to come in and tell me how to feel. You know? If you don't feel annoyed by the Trent situation, whether your annoyance is at the club or the player, I don't know what to say to you, but to me it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace it was allowed to get here. It's a disgrace that it's happening. And it's a disgrace that he still hasn't made his mind up yet. So, you know, if you want to moan about me making videos about that, as I keep saying, watch another channel. But you won't, because you know I'm the best. And you're always drawn in, because look at the charisma. It's only dripping. Dripping. Virgil. Jones. Again, a little bit of a heavy touch. Oh, sorry. I laughed because Jota tried to come in and shithouse somebody and he fell over. He tried to come in and throw a little snidey shoulder in and he missed and he just fell over. Sorry, I was laughing at that, but it did look funny. How's Kwanzaa doing? He had one shaky moment where he had a misplaced pass, but other than that, he's alright. Hasn't let it affect him other than that so far. He's had a couple of good recoveries. Jota to Salah. Out to Gakpo. Good ball. Gakpo. Back to Salah. Strike! Ooh, unlucky. Unlucky. So, ball gets played into Mohamed Salah. Picks it up in a kind of pocket of space in between the 18-yard box and, you know, area zone 14. And then he plays the ball out left-hand side to Gakpo, who cuts into his right foot, but then lays it back to Mo on the edge of the box. His strike is from the D on the edge of the area, back across the keeper. Just drags it about a yard wide of the keeper's left-hand post, maybe 2 yards. Alan Gibson, how are you? Arne, you should be at the match. I know, but I want to be here with you guys because, you know, I can do both, in all honesty. But thank you, man. Welcome in, Dylan. Appreciate your support. That's a free kick to Liverpool. Bradley having a mare. Really? Is that where we're going with it? How is he having a mare exactly? He's slipped in possession once, I'll give you that one, but I don't understand how you think he's having a mare. Just say to me you don't understand football and we can be done with it, like, but if you're going to take up my time with silly comments, you know, at least try and be on the money with them. I know Bradley's doing fine, AJ, I get it. It's just people are just weird and just love to bitch and moan about players for no reason. and then have the cheek to come on and talk to me about being negative. Oh look, Bradley just intercepted and won the ball there to set up an attack. Spurs step across, clear the cross in from Mohamed Salah, and it'll be a Liverpool throw-in. Wolf Angel, appreciate you, mate. Thank you. Only because of you guys, though, mate. You know, you guys make the channel, not me. So thank you. Virgil, the Kwanzaa. Again, he goes straight back to the keeper when he comes under pressure from Son. Ali goes out to Virgil. Again, Spurs press comes on. Kwanzaa does well that time. Spins and prays to Bradley. That's misplaced from Bradley. He needs to be better. That pass he did. He tried to spin around. I think he was aiming for Salah, but he gave it straight to a Spurs player. And that I will call him out on, because we have been a bit sloppy on occasion. What match are you looking forward to the most? Probably the Champions League final. See who we're playing. Bozzy, will there be any January signings? Do you know what, mate? I'm optimistic we might get it. We might get one in. I don't know if it'll be after maybe somebody moves on, but maybe I'm deluded. But I am feeling a bit of optimism around a signing. Alan said, fans and ownership deserve an answer after the £78 million offer. Of course. As I said at the time, mate, that offer shouldn't have taken more than an hour to accept, because it's more than Trent's probably worth in my eyes, but I understand the position the club are in, and I'd rather Trent stay than not. But, you know, the longer he hasn't signed that contract, the more I get concerned about it, because I as a Liverpool fan, don't see what the thinking needs to be, other than if you don't want to be here. Because if he's holding out for the club to give him more money, I sincerely hope we don't, because I think that's a really good, really fair offer from the club. Who offered 75? Liverpool offered him 78 million, 5-year contract at 300 grand a week is what it works out at. Apparently there's a matching contract on the table from Real Madrid for the same number, so it's going to be about what he wants to do. And again, at this point, I don't understand how a decision takes that long. If you've got two similar contracts from two clubs, and you know Real Madrid have been in for you for a while, I don't understand why it would take that long to figure it out. Kwanzaa's down. Kwanzaa's down. Remember all these talks about needing players in case we get injuries? Well, Kwanzaa's down. Kwanzaa's down, but the top Reds will tell you we don't need players, remember? Canade's on the bench, so it'll be Canade that comes on, I'm sure. But remember, when all the top Reds tell you we don't need players because we have enough, and I tell you we don't, listen to me. Every season, and we seemingly never learn our mistakes, but hopefully we still have time to act now. And I know that you don't sign somebody off a player being injured, but we were shortish there anyway. And now Jarrell, unfortunately, has gone down, and I don't know how serious this is or not, but it's serious enough to have Ibu out warming up. Brian did say he wasn't. He did say that, Brian. You're spot on. I believe it is true, to be fair. Endo is coming on. It's Endo. Endo's coming on. It is Endo that's going to be coming on. The camera panned to Ibu jogging, but now Endo's getting stripped off. So Wataru Endo will be coming on to play alongside Virgil at centre-back. Just getting who doesn't love a bit of Wataru? The man can do it all. He's a modern Jimmy Milner. Come on, Wataru boy, come on. And Kwanzaa's walking off, so genuinely I'm not sure what's going on with Kwanzaa here. Yep, so Kwanzaa's coming off and is being replaced by Wataru Endo. Right, that substitution has been made. Wataru on, Kwanzaa off. It looks more precautionary than anything. But I'm sure we'll find out what it was. Right, so Liverpool have to resettle in now with Turo Endo slotting in alongside Virgil at centre-back. Lads, I'm going to ask a question, and I'm being deadly serious, but is it wrong that I feel more confident now with Endo at centre-back than I did at Kwanzaa? Because for me, Kwanzaa's looked shook all season. And I'm feeling more confident now. Dominic said, oh, sorry, Dominic. Craig, it's been a while. It's me, Dominic, for your member. I've watching you since the Roma video and told you about the passing of my father in July. It'll be 5 years now. Mental stuff going on, but I'm good. I do remember you, Dominic, yes. And I'm glad to hear that you're well, my man. Thank you. And appreciate you being in with us. Much love to you, bro. Ball over the top. Out comes Alisson. Sweeper, keeper style. Heads it out. Spurs throw in on the far side. Oh yeah, look, it makes absolute sense for him not to bring Ibu on. I totally understand that. Kanade's just coming back from injury. He played a game on Sunday. You know, it's very short turnaround. I totally understand the manager's thinking there on that one. You don't want to overplay Ibu and have him out again. So, over a two-legged game like this, I think it's a sensible option to go for Endo. Craig missed the build-up. Ali in and no Kelleher. Yep, we reckon it's a guess now, but probably because Kelleher will play against Accrington is the guess. Ken Gordon said heart issue. No, I think it might have been a collarbone or something, or a concussion, something like that, mate. But again, we're not 100% certain yet. The most important thing, he was alert as he was going off, and that is good news. That's got to be a yellow ref. Jota brought down as he was running towards goal. Spurs player tracking back with him. Yves Bissouma caught his ankle, tripped him up, and that's a yellow card and a free kick to Liverpool. He had a couple of bites at him as well there, Bissouma, before he eventually fouled him. Stevie Boy said the football club off the field is a disgrace, crying out for a centre-back and left-back. And don't forget the midfielder as well, mate. We also need that midfielder to give Ryan a break. But I agree with you. But we'll be told differently, Stevie Boy, as you know, mate. We'll be told we're holding our nerve. I think they should interchange the word nerve with wallet, but... Right, free kick. Costas whips it in. Great ball. Unlucky. Costas plays in a beautiful delivery from the free kick. Alexis McAllister finds himself in a little bit of space. Don't know if he'd gone a little bit early or not, but he heads it straight at the keeper. But it was a great delivery that from Costas. Ladies and gents, do keep hitting that subscribe button if you can. If you're with us for the first time, welcome in. It's lovely to have you join us. Do drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you are a new viewer. Grafenberg, back to Otoro. Endomania about to run wild down in London. What you gonna do? Ali. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, well done, Endo. Ali plays a misplaced ball out left side. And Spurs play it forward and looks like they're through. Straight through the centre. And then in comes Endo and mops it up. It's instinct, I tell you. Instinct. Bit of Al Murray there for you. Ethan Bro, FC, said FSG will probably recall Nat Phillips. We need a centre back. Oh no, we'll be told Nalo's that guy. The future. Look, it's very fresh. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, I don't even know why Kwanzaa Foot went off fully. It seemed more precautionary than anything, to be honest. But he obviously felt something. Elon is a red. He is a Manchester red. Don't need to take my words for that. The man said it himself. Is the ball still round? It is, but I didn't want to talk about that, Steve. I didn't want to frighten anybody after Arteta yesterday. You know, poor old Mikel got a big fright there at the big round yellow inflatable thing that apparently is different to the other yellow inflatable thing that they use week in and week out. And that was the reason for their loss. Not because Newcastle were a better team or anything, which they were. It was the old switch it up for the old inflated circular football trick there. Jota, little 1-2, tries to play Salah back in. Oh, go on, Mo. Keep going. Keep going. Go on, Diogo. Press. Go on. Unlucky. Spurs throw in near side. I thought somebody was winding me up. Keith Dunn said, that's funny, I can't get over it. That better head. I thought somebody was winding me up, mate. I thought somebody had made that on AI or something when it was sent to me. And then I found it was actually real. Gobsmacked, to say the least, Keith, mate. Gobsmacked. Right, Spurs looking to play out. Liverpool again, getting bodies in the way. Maka has it now. He recycles it back to Virgil. Good ball. Jota. Can't get it out of his feet and then makes a mess of it. Unlucky. Still a bit sloppy. Spurs now on the counter. Solanke. Costas, just get your body in the way. Good man. Good man. Costas goes back to Alisson. Bradley now, right hand side. A little bit of space for Bradley to gallop into, and he does. Go on. Keep going. Choo choo. Liverpool throw in. Why is Endo on? Kwanzaa went off, mate, with an injury, so he was replaced by Wataru Endo. Little 1-2 at Maka. Nothing on, so Endo goes back to Alisson. Virgil. Maka to Jones. Out to Costas. Good ball up the line to Cody. Cody cuts infield. Plays it to Diogo, who overhits another ball out left side to Costas, who can't keep it in. Lads, Jota's having a mare here with his touches. He's overhitting simple passes. He's miscontrolling the ball. It's bobbling at his feet and he's getting dispossessed. The word of the day so far is certainly sloppy. Might be something from that dodgy ball, said Liam. Right, Spurs looking to play out again. Look at that from Endo. Great stuff, Endo. Oh, Bradley, wakey. So, well in. Go on, Bradley. Keep going. Keep fighting for it. Well done. Spurs throw in. Yeah, it is just a very disjointed game so far with no real flow to it, especially from a Liverpool perspective. Just not looking overly sharp. Who's winning the Super Bowl this year? I have no idea. I'd like it to be the Lions because I like Dan Campbell and I like the way the Lions go about their business, but who knows? I love the fact you've no delay anymore, Craig. What did you change? So we used to have Sky Glass, which is a Sky streaming product, and it just had too much of a delay. So we ended up going back to the satellite dish and the Sky Q box, which means now we're bang up with everyone. So yeah, it was an expensive change back around but you know, it was the right thing to do. Maka trying to break out here, left side. Gakpo has it. Man on. Brennan Johnson gets back and challenges him, and it'll be a Liverpool throw-in on the far side. Dan Campbell is a psycho. I know. That's why I like him. I wouldn't say no to him if he was telling me to do something, would you? That man looks like he got through you for a shortcut. Endo. Gravenberch. Out left side to Cody Gakpo. Gravenberch. Endo. It's all just too slow. Right in front of Spurs. And again, sloppy here. Do you think Chiesa can come on second half? Yeah, absolutely. He's on the bench, so he's certainly in with a shout. Liverpool bench, by the way, for those who may not have seen it. Kelleher, Endo, who's already on the pitch now. So Canade, Diaz, Nunes, Chiesa, Elliott, Robbo and Trent are the other options. Do I watch any college ball? No, not yet. I've tried to watch a few bits and pieces, Schmungus, but not really, not doing it for me yet. So I'm sticking to the senior NFL. How do I think Bradley is doing? He's been hit and miss, to be honest with you. He's done some good stuff and he's been sloppy in possession at times as well. So yeah, honestly, not been overly convinced so far by the performance. But then again, I could probably say that for a lot of the players out there. Aaron said, how are we one of the most valuable teams on earth, but we don't have the money and depth at centre-back? Well, the answer isn't that we don't have the money, mate. The answer has never been that we don't have the money. The answer is that FSG are cheap. Like I've said for years now. You know what we needed. I know what we needed. Everybody and their dog knows what we needed. But, you know, we get told that what we see with our own eyes isn't reality. And we get told that, you know, big spending down the line, but not now. And then down the line comes and then, you know, the can gets kicked again. Thoughts on Musk planning to buy? He's not buying Liverpool, is what's going on there, mate. So Son now in possession for Spurs. He tries the ball to the centre. Liverpool have won it back. Jota. Oh, lovely little nutmeg there from Diogo. Into Salah. Go on, boys. 3-on-3 here. Go on. Salah. To Gakpo. To Costas. Oh, ball pulled back. Spurs defender gets... It was a good build-up play. It was the right move. Costas pulls it back across the 6-yard box, but the Spurs player was there to clear it away. Now we've got a free kick. Why is the ref bringing the free kick back 5 yards from where he actually got fouled here, by the way? I know Maka fell forward, but the ref bringing it back about 5 yards. Craig, would you rather have Musk or state ownership? Musk. I'd rather have any ownership than state ownership, like I've said. I just don't want state ownership of football clubs, full stop. Look at where... That wasn't where he was fouled, by the way. The referees screwed us out of about 3 yards here. Cost us again over it. He had a great delivery from the first free kick. Actually, mate, we think that it's because Kelleher will play at the weekend against Accrington, but I'm not 100% certain, bro. But we think that's why Ali's in goal. And thank you again, Ashley, mate. Costas with the delivery. Spurs clear it. Yeah. And it's with Bradley, who's the last man back there, and he goes back to Alisson. Alisson back to Gravenberch. Craig, why wouldn't you want Musk as owner? I didn't say I don't want Musk as owner. I said it won't happen. I'm open-minded on stuff, lads, honestly. I don't think culturally a lot of Liverpool fans will be up for Elon Musk's ownership, but I'm open to the idea of it. I just would need a lot more information before I'd feel comfortable to talk about it one way or the other, you know? 11 minutes added on. 11 minutes. For me, it's a difficult one because I have my dislike of FSG built in. But, you know, I'm not somebody that just wants any other owner. You know, you still want the right type of owner in for the club who has the club's best intentions at heart. And that breaks down another Liverpool attack, which goes behind for a goal kick. Do a poll on Musk? No, because it's not happening. You know, it's headlines in a newspaper story and all this other stuff, and it's interesting, but it isn't happening. So if he puts in an offer for the club, we'll talk about it then. Until now, it's just an interesting story. Well done, Bradley. Winning the ball back. A little bit of a shouldering. Nothing wrong with it. Gravenberch. Costas. Out to Gakpo. Jota. Maka. Back out to Costas. Head up. Cross in. Headed away to near post by Dragusin. Elmir said, has to be said, we need a left back. I agree, sir. I agree. Angie, how are you, my friend? Said, sending love, Craig. We need to up our game. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely, we do. It's been a very sloppy, unsatisfying or dissatisfying first 45. Endo. Gravenberch. But again, the owner should be on Spurs to try and get something from this. They're at home. You know, we'll obviously fancy ourselves an Anfield second leg. Gakpo. Again, cuts inside his shots blocked. We've gotten into some good positions. We just haven't been able to really make anything of it. In passes in the final third in the last 5 minutes, we've had 14, they've had 3. So we're up in the ante a little bit, but it's not really created anything clear cut yet. Well done, Jota. Liverpool throw in. Endo. Do you think we can get Kimmich? No, I don't. No way John W. Henry's giving him 300 grand a week. Gakpo. Cross in. Salah. Oh, they kind of got in each other's way, and then his right-footed shot weak and wide. Again, just not dropping for us. We got ourselves into a good position there yet again. Ball's played back. I think it was Salah and Maka both coming towards it, and they kind of hesitated and got in each other's way, and eventually Salah has a strike that, yeah, I don't think he'll want to see a replay of it. Jones. Jota to Salah. Attack breaks down. Spurs again have possession. Basuma now. Jones tracks back to him. Still Basuma though. Ball played inside. Spurs have a bit of space here. Out to Brennan Johnson. Liverpool get bodies back and get a block in. Well played, boys. Maka. Oh, Maka gives it away straight back to Spurs in midfield. Jota wins it back for Liverpool now. Gakpo. Stand up, stay up, stay up, stay up. Ooh, unlucky, unlucky. Gakpo runs at the Spurs defence. He has an option out right to Salah, but he doesn't slip it into him. He takes a strike. It's on target, makes the keeper work, but you're never really going to be beating the keeper with that from there. But at least he had a shot. At least he tested the keeper. Thoughts on Anthony Robinson? Not going to happen. He's too old. You know, why would you spend £40 million for a 28-year-old left back? You know, good player. Don't get me wrong, but there are far better younger options, in my opinion. And that there, ladies and gentlemen, is another reason as to why I wouldn't have Dominic Solanke back at Liverpool, because he forgot to football there. He ran past 2 Liverpool defenders, but he forgot to bring the ball with him and it rolled out for a goal kick. Gakpo, again. Does Cody Gakpo know he is allowed to go around the outside of a player? He doesn't have to always cut in immediately in the most obvious fashion onto his right foot. He can occasionally go around the left side of a player. Oisin, how are you, my man? Welcome in, and thank you for your first comment. Appreciate you. Again, Spurs play that straight out of play. Liverpool throw in on the far side. Do I think the league can slip? No. Not unless we get ravaged with injuries, mate. Other than that, no. Look, who's going to catch us? And don't say Arsenal, because they can't win fucking 5 games in a row at this point. You know, Arsenal... You seen last night, they lost at home in the semi-final of the Cup with pretty much a strong team out again. It's not going to be Arsenal. So, Gakpo, again, another chance, tries to pick out the corner, blasts a high and wide. Another half chance goes away, a begging. And again, it's been a very wasteful display here. Not even testing the keeper, which is not great when you're getting into these good attacking positions. At the very least, you want to be making the keeper work. Virgil. I mean, look, we're controlling the game. I feel comfortable saying that. But it's just too lacking in edge and, yeah, messy. Bradley now. He goes long through the middle looking for Jota. Dragusin wins the header. Second ball drops to Salah, who plays a lovely ball straight to the other Spurs centre-back. Angie said FSG will expect miracles from Slot. It's wrong. I know, mate. But you'll get all the usual excuses trotted out, and the journalists defending the lack of spending, and the top reds applauding the accountancy, and it's just fucking frustrating. I don't understand what's going on at our club, you know. Richard Hughes hasn't got contracts sorted or signed anyone. What's the point? Like, it's would I be making subs? Not a half time. I'd give it 15 in the second half. Cross in, header straight to Alisson, easy enough. No, I wouldn't be making them straight at half time. I'd be giving them 10-15 minutes, telling them what they're doing wrong, telling them it needs to be sharper and quicker. And if it's not working, then yes, I'd go to the changes. But because we've already had an enforced change with Endo, so we're already one sub down. Virgil, out left side to Costas. Again, it's sloppy and given away. And Gravenberch steps in and works wonders. Well done, Ryan Gravenberch. Great bit of defensive work. Jota now into Salah. Salah turns, head up, spreads it out left side to Jones. To Gakpo. Puts in a cross. Again, cleared by Spurs. Back with Jones. Costas. Jones. Maka. Jones. Tries to pick out Salah. Cleared away by Spurs. Second ball won back by Liverpool. Though Bradley has it now. Right hand side. Endo. Virgil. Ball back out to Costas. Wide left. Costas fires in a cross. Again, it's cleared away by Spurs to player because there's no Liverpool player there. We're into the last minute of stoppage time here at the end of the first half. Still scoreless. Endo out to Bradley. To Gravenberch. Back to Conor Bradley. Endo. Virgil. Costas inside the Gravenberch. Oh, unlucky. Tried to slip a pass through. Jones does well to win it back though. Well done, Curtis. Maka. Gravenberch. Jota. Strike. Blocked. Still with Jota. And it goes behind for Spurs goal kick. And the frustration continues. Bumbadog said there has to be a plan, right? Why work so hard to bring Edwards back regardless of the role, then do nothing? He was always decisive in business. Your guess is as good as mine, my man. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes of the club either. It's half time, ladies and gentlemen, and at half time it is Spurs 0, Liverpool 0 in what's been a fairly forgettable first 45. Right, so Lolly. Which adjustments? I was so focused on saying lolly that I made a mess of the sentence. Which adjustments for the second half would you do? It's the movement of the front three for me that I want a bit more from, because we're dominating territory. We had Spurs penned in for the last 15 minutes or so of that second half, but we're just moving the ball too slowly through transition, and I want some more movement. I want 1-2s on the edge of the box. I want to try and cut them open and not just get to the point where we're pumping in aimless crosses again to nobody. So just a bit more of guile around the edge of the area, which I think is Elliott, by the way. I think Harvey Elliott is an obvious change to make to bring in if you're looking to get that bit of creativity. I think what a lot of you guys have said are correct. Mo does look a little bit leggy out there, which is understandable. Himself and Virgil and some others have played a lot of football. So... yeah, look, it is a two-legged game as well, so, you know, keep that in mind. If you're Liverpool and you go here and play out a stinking 0-0, you know, you're back at Anfield second leg, you'd feel confident. We haven't been that bad all around. I think sloppy is more the word I'd say than bad. Sloppy feels like the word of the day so far. Craig, would you be able to get VVD on the channel? We asked previously, the club said no. Said that they were all too busy and they had too many commitments to other interviews already. So, you know, we did try once upon a time. Need Núñez. I mean, how many more chances do we want to give Núñez? But I guess it's the League Cup, so why not? If you want to give him a run. Just to remind everybody, by the way, who is available on the bench today. So, left on the bench, there's Kelleher, Ibu, Lucho, Darwin, Chiesa, Elliott, Robbo and Trent. They're the options on the bench. Jota looking a bit off. I would agree with that. Jota has looked a bit off. Bradley, I think, started a little bit uneasy, but I think he's gotten better as the half has gone on. I think Costas has done okay, to be honest, on the far side. I don't have too many complaints there. Virgil and Endo, they've been pretty handy. Midfield, again, okay. Gravenberch, McAllister. Jones, I'm not overly happy with. Salah, just... not looking himself, but then again, Salah only takes 1 minute to switch it on and get a moment of magic. Yeah, but look, I agree with what most of you are saying in the chat. To be honest, I think most of you know what you're looking at there. Football Factory said, "What? Not watching the match. Why was Kwanzaa subbed?" So he went down and he signalled something, I think, on his left calf or leg, and then he went off. It certainly looked more precautionary than anything else, but it was because of an injury. Our midfield's been non-existent. I don't think that's true. In fact, it isn't true. Ryan Gravenberch's been brilliant in that first 45. So to say our midfield hasn't been there, I think it's a bit of a blanket phrase. Maka can be better, Jones can be better, but I thought Gravenberch did well, especially defensively. He was pointing at his chest, was he? I thought he pointed at his left leg, but again, either way, he has gone off, and I'm sure we'll get an update on it. What happens if it ends 0-0? Nothing. There's a second leg, Eric, so move back to Anfield then, and then the aggregate score over 2 legs will dictate who goes through to the final. Mick, thank you, Mick, for your comment and your super chat. I'm just trying to bring it up on screen, Mick. One sec, bro. Slow, no intensity, sloppy, these starts are poor. That feels like the missus giving me the old feedback after the old marital relations there, Mick, to be honest with you. I've had the same, slow, no intensity, sloppy, starts poor. But I agree, Mick, I agree. And I agree with the missus as well, to be honest with you. But I do agree, Mick, yeah. Look, sloppy's the word of the day, I think. What's your thoughts on white chocolate? I'm not a massive fan, Nathan, but it's not the worst in the world. It's much better than dark chocolate. You know, anybody who eats dark chocolate, you're weird. But yeah, I wouldn't go out and intensely buy a bar of white chocolate, but I'm also not saying no if someone hands me some. Still thinking 3-1. Nah, I don't think so, Aaron. Look, we've seen high scoring second halves in the before, so you never know, but the game's not stinking of a high scoring affair at the minute. Cody is a beast on the left. I don't think Cody Gakpo's been great today, in all honesty with you. You know, I think too much cutting inside. Sometimes it's on, absolutely. Especially when... What I love about Gakpo is when we are running forward and there's one defender that's right with him and then there's one tracking back. I love that he goes in between the middle of them a lot of the time. But there's also been occasions where he's up in a one-on-one situation and the defender knows he's cutting inside. And he's been dispossessed once or twice doing that. So sometimes I would like to see him go around the outside. And also he's been a bit wasteful in some of the opportunities he's had to try and shoot. A couple of one or two blocked, I think, and one very high and wide. Gakpo's been our best attacker. Yeah, but honestly, that's like saying, you know, I don't know, I can't give you a comparison, but basically the attack hasn't been good is where I'm going, sorry. I walked myself into a corner there. It's like picking the best of a bad bunch. You know, all of our attackers have been a little bit off today. Could you get Anfield Agenda on the channel? I don't know, he's big time. I heard he's a bit of a big time Charlie these days, that Anfield Agenda lad, so... I don't like the cut of his jib, Oisin, to be honest with you. You know, he's obviously a handsome bastard. Charismatic as fuck, like, but... I don't know if we could afford him. If we go one up, I'd like to see Chiesa get some minutes. A luxury made simpler. Do you know, I'd say this, right? I wouldn't be against him getting a run out regardless of what the score is. Not our vibe, said Connor, yeah. Not our vibe, that's the one, Connor. Yeah, I wouldn't be against them getting a run out anyway, because let's be honest, the forward line on there at the minute hasn't exactly set the world on fire today so far. So I think you could look at 7 or 8 of those players out there and think that you could justify subbing them. Ahmad, how are you, my friend? Oh, 1 second, I just need to get... There we go. Ahmad said, hey Craig, love the streams. Currently at work, so wasn't able to catch the first half. Thoughts on the game so far? We got better as the half went on, Ahmad. But we've been sloppy in possession a lot of the time. Even with players who you wouldn't expect it, like McAllister, just not finding our targets with passes, a little bit too slow on occasion, a bit wasteful in the final third. But certainly, I think controlling the game would be a fair description of certainly the latter part of the first half. Who was the best player on the pitch? I'd say Gravenberch, if I was to pick one right now. Gravenberch, I think Costas has done well, to give him credit as well. But I'd say Gravenberch if I had to pick one right now. By the way, have we noticed, and I'm touching wood here, have we noticed no more lagging on the streams since I got the lads out and we've got it all fixed back up and we're hardwired into the router now? It's been great not having the stream lagging. Nothing more frustrating than when you're on a stream and shit starts lagging and there's nothing you can do about it and you're frustrated and everyone's frustrated and you feel guilty about it, but Fran said, Craig, a bit late to the party. What happened with Kwanzaa? He made a signal that he was injured or feeling something and went off. That's all I know for sure. So, update from Spurs. Direct quote. Rodrigo is conscious, talking, and will go to hospital for further checks. So, again, update from Spurs around Rodrigo Bentancur. Rodrigo is conscious, talking, and will go to the hospital for further checks. And that's good news. Glad to hear that he is awake, conscious, and obviously hope that he gets the medical care that he needs and that he's back with his family soon. Carl, sorry, but I blame the ball. Why not? It's the fashionable thing at the minute, Carl. Lolly, see, I've already remembered, bro. I've already remembered. Only the second one that I remember already. Thank you, Craig. You're my eyes and ears, but thanks for your service. I don't think it's too cold to bring a top performance. What do you think about a winter break? So, look, a winter break's the right thing, Lolly, but as a greedy football fan, I kind of like that there isn't one really in England. Now, there is sort of a staggered break for some teams, but, I don't know, man. For me, as a content creator, the worst months are September, October, November and March and maybe June. They're months I hate because you lose half the months of September, October, November and March on international breaks and it's really frustrating. Especially the September one because you're only getting back into the season and you're only back seeing the lads and playing a couple of games and then you're off and there's another international break. So, yeah. So, no, boo. Boo to mid-season breaks. Vinu said this is why we need signings. Absolutely, my friend. Look, you know my take on it, bro. I'm in agreement. But it doesn't matter how much you or I or everybody else says what we see, until the club decide that it's time to dip their toes in the transfer waters. We're all just, at the behest of the club and sitting here frustrated. Stargirl said, wish you were not talking about chocolate earlier. It's not got any in. You would hate to... If I could pan my camera to that side, you'd hate me. There's like a mountain of chocolate over on the table in the corner of our living room. All the Christmas stuff that people gave you and whatever. And Frere Rocher, Lindt. Honestly, it's like... it's utopia for me over in that corner. Craig, what do you think of Marmoush and City? I think I'd be very disappointed if we see Omar Marmoush going to Man City. But I don't know what else to say. It's just, it feels saddening as a Liverpool fan to know that we have to pray for no injuries every season because for whatever reason, and you can pick whatever one you think applies, we don't do enough business in the window. We leave ourselves with deficiencies in the squad. And people, do you know what really gets me about it? Is that people take everything that comes out of the club, from the manager or the club, as gospel, when most of the time they're just saying the professional things. So there isn't one part of my body that doesn't think Arne Slot knows he needs a player or two. But I also know he's a professional and he has to say things in the right way. But I'd like to believe that behind the scenes, everybody's as frustrated as we are from the playing perspective, because we do need those recruitments and we're running the risk of not maximising the potential of this season if we don't do it. Craig, sexy in red. We need the centre back in January. I'm going to say no on that one. If I'm going in priority, look, Gomez is a few weeks out, and that's going to be frustrating. But when he's back, I think we're not okay, but it's not the priority for me. For me, the priority here would be midfielder and left back, but either way, players. You know, we do need to bring in players. I think the contracts are playing a bit point. We're coming into a dip and we don't have a big squad in games like this. We don't, you're right. And hopefully we do at least get the contract sorted, as you've said. Stevie Boy said, we're a Verge injury away from total disaster. Or a Gravenberg one. Or both. Excuse me. Right, we're about to get underway. Second half in a minute. But look, if I said priority right now for me, midfielder, left back, and then we could talk about the rest. But they're the two that I'd like to address. Particularly the midfield one. Right, second half about to get underway. Liverpool playing from right to left. And hopefully we've a bit more of an upbeat 45 than we've seen in the first half. And we are off. A reminder as well, by the way, we are being brought to you today with thanks to our incredible sponsors at Manscaped. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com by using our code Anfield20 at checkout or by scanning the QR code in the bottom corner. Right. Ball back to Virgil. And that ball into midfield there from Liverpool went straight to Bissouma, who then makes a holy mess of it. And it's a Liverpool throw in deep inside our own half. Would you take Elon at all or state ownership? Look, I've said this so many times. I'm open to Musk. I'm open to anyone. But I'm not open to state ownership. But I also think there's no point in us wasting our time talking about Elon Musk because he's not going to buy Liverpool. For a couple of reasons. One, it looks like the owners don't want to sell. And that's quite an important one here. But look, if it came to it, with a real offer came in and we knew we wanted the club, I'd talk about it in a far more open, transparent manner. But, you know, I don't know what's going on there. So I don't want to get myself upbeat about a possible takeover, be it Musk or anybody else, and then still have to look at FSG owning the club. Right. Costas. Ball into the left channel. Looking for Cody Gakpo. And the ball goes out from Porro. Liverpool throwing down by the corner flag. Have I ever been arrested? Not properly, no. No. I was brought home in a police car when I was like 15. It was a stupid story, by the way. Just not even worth talking about. But no, never been arrested. Mainly because my dad would have whooped my ass if I was arrested. My parents were quite strict. Jones. Virgil out to Costas. So, like, as a human being on Elon Musk, I can understand everyone's concerns around maybe the style of his ownership or cost-cutting measures or various other reasons. Certainly his political allegiances are very far away these days from what you would think of in a Labour-led socialist city like Liverpool. But the other side of the disruptor, the great mind, there's a lot of things I think that I could see a benefit to. Certainly from my selfish channel point perspective, I can certainly see a world where at least Elon Musk gives us the time of day as a channel instead of just pretending we don't exist, even though we're the most watched Liverpool fan channel in the world. So from a selfish perspective in that regard, it'd certainly probably be better for me. But I don't know. I understand everyone's concerns around it, both sides of it. I think everybody has really valid points on it. But it's still a massive hypothetical, so it's not worth getting into the nitty-gritty of it. Maka, Jones, Bradley. Yeah, I know, he said he's a United fan. I know all that, mate. Anything the Jews know there about the Elon Musk situation, I know. I know about his granny. I know all the other stuff. I've been somebody that has always admired the man's brilliance in a lot of ways, I'll be honest with you. But, again, you know, I don't want to fully commit to talking about it because it's very unlikely to happen. Virgil to Costas into midfield to Maka, spins infield, lays it off right side to Jones. He has a little spin as well. Out now to Mohamed Salah. Salah cuts inside, plays in a deep cross. Oh, unlucky. So Mo cuts it back in onto his left foot, plays a delicious little dinked ball to the far post. It's inches above Cody Gakpo's head. Was he on? Close. Probably just on, but just that much over his head. Good vision by Mo, good run by Cody, but just a little bit overhit. Unlucky. So a load of people in the chat saying Elon is a con. Look, I get it. He's a divisive man. And I'm not trying to say that he's the best thing since sliced bread or not. But in life in general, I have a rule. I take people as I find them. And if somebody came into the club as an owner and said, I want to do X, Y, and Z, then you talk about it and you see what you think. But all the time with these things for me, if you're against an idea of something, you're quite far along this side on it. If you're for something, you're quite far along the next side. I'm usually in the middle somewhere where I look to try and look past the hysteria and stuff and try and figure out what the lay of the land is. Why do I find people? I don't know what question that is, Oshie, mate. Sorry. Electric cars are the future. Get over it. Honestly, I don't think they are. I think they're going to be maybe hydrogen, but I'm certainly not ready to commit to any type of electric car at the minute. I have a hybrid, but I'm not there yet for the full electric. Monkstown Glass, thank you, mate, for gifting 5 memberships. Appreciate you. Free kick to Spurs here, just inside our half. And they spread it out left side and it bounces over Son's head and goes out for a Liverpool throw-in. But thank you again, Monkstown Glass, man. Much appreciated. What's my favourite car brand? Well, I'd say this. I'm on my 4th Renault now in a row. And I've only ever found the build quality amazing. And them getting better and better. And the car I have now, I weighed up between buying the Mercedes CLA and the car I bought now, both brand new, and I went for the Renault again, and I think it's a better car. But my favourite car brand, I always had a really soft spot for Saab, I had a couple of Saab 9.3s, and still one of my favourite cars. I know they don't make them anymore, but I loved Saabs. Always had great fun driving Saabs. Would I take a 0-0? I'd rather not, but I'd rather them get beaten, I guess. Manual or automatic? The last couple I've had, Sean, have been automatic. Before that, every car I'd owned was manual, but the last couple have been automatic. And I'm lazy, so I like it. Right, throw in. Taken. Liverpool still looking to spark into life here. I wonder how long Arne leaves it before we see a change. Andy LFC Cali said Saab and Volvo. Yeah, I've had both of those cars and enjoyed both of them. I had a Volvo V70, an estate one. It was a great car. Bulletproof. Renault, good build quality. Absolutely, Dennis. And I'm somebody who grew up taking the piss out of Renault about electrics and stuff like that. Honestly, if you haven't looked at a modern new Renault, go in and have a look at the Renault Rafale, mate. And I'm telling you, it's impressive. Salah, oh, unlucky. Second ball ricochets back out to Salah, though. Ever ride a motorbike? No, I'm too scared. And that's the God's honest truth. I'm too much of a pussy to ride a motorbike. I had a moped, but yeah, no. I wouldn't trust myself on a motorcycle. Renault 5 GT Turbo. Have you seen the new Renault 5s, Dave? They've remodeled and brought them out an electric one. And there's a sports 500 brake horsepower version coming out as well. And that could very well be my next car, mate. You know, in a few years' time when I downsize it. That 500 brake horsepower Renault 5 is amazing looking. So, 10 minutes in now to the second half. Do you think Kieran McKenna, the Fermanagh man, can keep Ipswich Town safe from relegation? He's a great coach and a very likeable character. And they've got a good bit of fight about them, Ipswich. Oh, Alisson. Oh, fuck's sake. Alisson, he's giving it away. And Spurs, fucking hell, lads. Oh, still scoreless, but Spurs should be 1-0 up. Alisson gave the ball away. And Spurs missed the sitter. It should be 1-0 Spurs, 100%. Alisson made a fucking mess of it. He tried to do a Cruyff turn, forgot the ball. And then he has it. And then he gets the ball nicked off him because he's dwelling on it. And then Spurs play 1-2. And Brennan Johnson dinks it over Virgil and the keeper and it goes wide. But twice in 5 seconds, Alisson made a mess of that. Out of just, I don't want to say arrogance, but I don't know what to say. Can't be dwelling on a ball like that. Just can't. He got away with it once as well, which is what shocked me. He got away with it when he made a mess of the Cruyff turn. And then he still dawdles on the ball and allows the Spurs player to get a challenge and win it off him. It was just completely avoidable. Fucking hell. Jones to Virgil. Kia is good as well. Oh yeah, look, loads of the modern car brands are brilliant these days. But I tell you what, they're getting expensive. Like, if you told me 5 years ago that I'd spend what I spent on a Renault Rafale or on a Renault in general, I'd have laughed at you. But cars are just getting so expensive. Gakpo, especially here in Ireland, by the way, where we're fleeced thanks to the government and their tax. Costas, Maka, Gakpo, back to Maka, Endo, good ball out right to Salah, who plays a misplaced pass and a ricochets out for Liverpool throw in. Ali was fouled in the box. No, he wasn't. Not even a little bit. Ali was challenged in the box. Let's not defend the indefensible. You know, it's okay to say Alisson made a mistake. He's still the best goalkeeper in the world. We still love him. But let's not lie about what's going on in front of our eyes. Bradley. Out to Salah. Would I drive a Dacia? No. I wouldn't. My mother-in-law has one. And they've improved. Certainly the Dusters have got a lot better from when they first came in. But no, not for me. Bradley. Salah. Ooh. Unlucky. Ooh. Everyone makes mistakes, to be fair. I don't remember saying they didn't, Nathan. What got me about that Alisson mistake was it was 2 mistakes inside 5 seconds. The first one he got away with, and then he took too long on the second one that nearly cost us a goal. So yeah, you're right, they all make mistakes. And goalkeepers that are asked to play with the ball at their feet are, you know, more prone to these type of things because of the pressure and the area of the pitch they're in. But still squeaky bum stuff. Zach said, notice how the other channel hasn't reported the Elon news. Think they're worried about upsetting Tie Pockets John. Of course. Imagine they had to brown nose their way all over again to a new owner. You mad? Jota off, Bradley off. Here comes 2 changes. So 60 minutes up on the clock. Darwin Núñez coming on for Diogo Jota. Triple change actually. Gakpo's coming off as well. So Trent on for Bradley. Straightforward swap that one. So Trent on, Diaz on, and Darwin on. And hopefully this injects a little bit of life into this performance. So yeah, just to confirm, Trent on, Diaz on, Darwin on, Gakpo off, Jota off, and Bradley off. Again, I totally agree with those changes from the manager. I think the Bradley one would have been preordained because of the fitness and coming back from injury. So I even said it in my build-up, I think you're likely to see him get 60. Is Newcastle odds on favourite to win this cup? Well, they probably should be favourite at the minute because they're the only ones with a lead in the semi-finals, I guess. But if you're going to say to me, do I think they're more likely to win it than us? Well, of course, I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm going to say no. Ball into the left channel looking for Darwin there. Spurs player gets back at it though and is back with the keeper. So I wonder, will he take Salah off and replace him with Chiesa with about 10 to go? I know people are disappointed not seeing Chiesa, but I've got a funny feeling we'll see Salah change for Chiesa around the 80-minute mark. Good ball in. Darwin header. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Good ball in from Costas. In fact, it was a great ball in. Darwin gets up, gets his head on it. It's a difficult header. It's about 12 yards out. Doesn't get much power on it, but directs it into the goalkeeper's hands. Better though. Dream 5-yard. Or Dream 5-car garage. Go. Dream. Oh God. Rolls Royce. I don't know what the model. Phantom, let's say. Cadillac Escalade. No. A Denali. Yeah, a Denali instead of the Escalade. I'd have to have something mad like a souped up Mini Cooper or something like that in there as well for a bit of fun. Then I would have an S-Class Merc, and what else would I have? Probably an Aventador or something like that. I think I'd be more Lambo over Ferrari just because Lambo are a bit a bit more nuts than Ferrari. So, Oisin, let me just make this really clear. I don't care about you and your friends' little arguments back and forth. Don't bring it into my chat. I don't care if he's a con artist or not. I just don't want your squabbles going on in my chat, mate. It doesn't interest me. It's no concern of mine. If you want to talk about football, absolutely, we're here for it. Kevin, what do you cry arsing for? Someone asked me a question about cars, mate. I'm going to answer them. If I don't answer people's questions, people moan at me and say I only read toxic questions out. I answer people's questions and people cry arse about it being not a football channel. Come on, dude. The car talk's probably more entertaining than what we're seeing on the pitch so far, to be honest with you. Spurs now on the counter with Kulusevski. Still Kulusevski. Liverpool have got bodies back. I never dreamt of the day a lad called Darwin could have such a luscious hair. He's a handsome bastard as well, isn't he, Schmungus? Do I like the Lamborghini Aventador? Oh, God, yes. Oh, God, yes. You know, I'd never own any of those cars, even if I could afford them. Cross in. Do you know what my dream car has always been? And it's so boring that you're going to laugh at me. But my entire life I've dreamt about... well, not my entire life. That would be a lie. My entire adult life I've dreamt about owning one car. And you're going to laugh at me when I tell you what it is because it's so boring. A Volvo XC90 has been my dream car. Always wanted a Volvo XC90. Craig, have I been to the UK? I did shows in Liverpool in the last couple of months, in Cardiff, Belfast. So I think yes is the answer. And I'm going to Liverpool on the 21st for the Lille game. Those are beautiful, the XC90s. Yeah, they are. They're out of my price range. I don't think I'll ever be able to afford one, to be honest with you. But they've always been the dream. A brand new Volvo XC90. I love them. I think they're a beautiful car. Jones. Oh, cross in. Diaz, man on, man on, man on. Oh, another attack breaks down. Ugh. Will I be streaming for the Lille game? Well, I just told you I'm going to it. So what do you think? Will I be at Hotel Anfield before the game? No. I'll be minding my own business, going to the game and going home again. Another attack breaks down. It's just a frustrating game, this one, isn't it? You can stream on your phone. Yeah, because that's why I go to the game. Not to watch it, to stream and tell everybody what's happening. I got to one game in the last 3 years. I think I'm going to take the day off work while I'm there and enjoy the game. Am I in a car stream? No, mate, you're not on any stream because I've just removed you. So, there you go. I've sorted it out for you. You can go fucking cry elsewhere. No, you're not on any stream. See that? Magic. Like Dynamo, me. Kulusevski now on the attack right-hand side. Again, Liverpool defend it well, but come on, transition. That's a foul, ref, surely. He's going to book Diaz for diving, isn't he? Or is he booking the player? Who's he booking here? Oh, he's booking the Spurs player. I wondered, was that a dive from Diaz? Let's have a replay of it. First one, that was a foul, no doubt about that, but did he make contact with him there? Bergval thinks no. Let's have a look. Nope, didn't touch him. That was a dive. That was a dive from Diaz. Let's be honest, lads. He rode the challenge and went to ground, but he wasn't touched. Missed the last 20 minutes. Didn't Núñez have a yellow? Yeah, but it looks like everybody was right that was saying that yellow was to be served for the Forest game. So yeah, fair play for spotting that as well, mate. Thank you. Yes, Chiesa is on the bench, big man. He is. Adam said, won't lie, I'm jealous you're going to a game. I've never been. Will you do a post-match reaction at Anfield or David Lynch style? Honestly, no. I'm going to kind of keep my head down and get out of there as quick as I can to make sure that there's no... Oh, Darwin. Oh, chance saved. No, I'll just go to... I might do it in the car on the way back or something. On the way back towards Holyhead. But I won't be doing that in and around the stadium. You know, I just want to go there, keep my head down and go home. Because I don't know what type of reception to expect in and around the ground, you know. Right, we have just over 20 to go. Still scoreless. We're knocking on the door. Salah slipped in a lovely ball there to Darwin. He did the right thing, Darwin. Turned, got the shot away in a tight angle, but the keeper was in a good position and makes a decent save. But good movement from Darwin and good vision there from Salah to pick him out. Núñez did score. Fuck off. Honestly, mate, don't be that dickhead. Don't be that guy. What a shot Núñez missed. Are we going to just say it wasn't a difficult chance anyway? Because it was. And the keeper made a good save. I mean, some people's expectations are just a bit mad. It was a difficult chance. And look, I'm all for Darwin not being good enough and all, but like it was a good save from the keeper. He did everything he could there, Darwin, with the chance, in my opinion. It is ironic, Khalil. Yeah, I'll give you that one, bro. It is ironic. He doesn't evolve too much. You're right. Nice ball from Darwin out there, right side to Trent. Trent puts in a cross, headed away by Dragusin. Ben said, this game shows we seriously need signings. Absolutely, mate. It looks like it's going to penalties. Alright, Oshin, that's definitely the end of you, mate. I've had enough of you today. How can a two-legged fucking semi-final go to penalties in the first leg, Oshin? Explain that one to me. Trent shot cleared off the line. Oh! And then back his follow-up. Oh, Trent had a shot, beat the keeper hands down, and Dragusin was on the line to clear it off. Unlucky, Trent. Unlucky. Great. Look at the way he hits this as well. Great technique. Oh, so unlucky. It was an absolutely exceptional strike from Trent. Outside of the foot, low, driven shot. And Dragusin's there on the line to clear it off. And then the follow-up drops to Maka. And his strike is weirdly hit into the ground and then it just drops the wrong side of the post. Unlucky though. Trent couldn't have done much more with that. That was a great strike. Son coming off now for Spurs. Son getting replaced here around the 70-minute mark. Do I want a jammy Dodger? I've never liked them bickies. Jammy Dodgers and wagon wheels. Jammy Dodgers, wagon wheels and Jaffa cakes are just things I don't like. Craig, would you consider signing a new striker? Absolutely. Dara, I'd absolutely sell Darwin tomorrow and buy Marmouche if it was me running the club and there was an option there to move him on and bring in Marmouche. Do I like parsnips? I don't like any vegetables, to be honest with you, mate. Closest thing I'd probably get to a veg or baked beans. I'm not even joking. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. Kevin said, I guess, Keith said, I guess, trying to be the man again if he scored. What let's just pause for a second, Keith. What's the point of that comment? Because you're either trying to bait me or the chat or somebody else and be an arsehole. Why say, I guess, trying to be the man again after if he scored? What would you want people to do if Trent scored? Boo him? Or any other player that scores? Fucking weird, man. Have I tried a plain digestive with tea? I don't drink tea. Plain digestives are alright if you've got jam on them. Right, 73, 74 minutes. Do I think City's getting found guilty or innocent? I can't see a world where they aren't guilty on some of the charges at the very minimum, to be honest with you. But like everybody else, we just have to wait and see what happens. Do I drink coffee? Oh, God, yes. I can't function without 3 cups of coffee, to be honest. Right, Macca, heavy touch again. Oh, fuck's sake. Just not happening today, boys. It's just not happening. Opinions on the Beatles. Never really been a fan, Jacob, to be honest, mate. I say to be honest too much, don't I? Never been a fan, Jacob, of the Beatles. My wife likes the music, not for me. Which is really ironic, because I love Oasis. Pepsi or Coke? Diet Coke, all the way. I wonder if we will see Salah off for Chiesa here for the last few. Pepsi Max. My son only drinks Pepsi Max. Big divide in my house. My son drinks Pepsi Max, I drink Diet Coke, and my wife drinks Monster Energy Ultra. Diaz, edge of the box, tries to play it into Salah right side, over hits it and the ball goes behind again. Clive said at Oasis, no Craig, I'm disappointed. Yeah, not as disappointed as I am that I couldn't get a ticket to any of the shows. I mean, I've seen Oasis plenty of times when I was younger, but couldn't get a ticket to the recent shows that are coming up next summer. Armando, hello to you, bro. Well, how are you? Welcome in and thank you for the super chat, my man. Elliot, I love the idea of bringing Elliot on as well, by the way, folks. I'm right with you on the Elliot shouts. Jacko said, our ball control on attack is very poor, just too many bad first touches all around. That's 1-0 Spurs. Straight through the middle, Solanke, 1-0 Spurs. One 0. Straight through the centre of the defence. Slots it past the keeper. 1-0. Let's have a look at it. He's off. He's going to be off. He's off. He'll be offside. He'll be offside. Surely his shoulder's playing him off here, but we'll have to wait and see. He looks off to me, but it's at VAR, yeah, it's gone to VAR. We have to wait and see. It looks like he's leaning just off, but I am guessing, because Trent's the closest one. Offside. Offside. Confirmed. Offside. No goal. Good defensive line, boys. Offside. No goal. Confirmed. I don't know why the ref doesn't know this yet. What's the ref communicating? They showed offside. Why are they still talking? Offside. I don't know why it took that long from us seeing offside to the referee eventually getting round to saying it's offside. And just shaking his head like the rules are the fucking rules, mate. If he's offside, he's offside, you know? But what I don't understand is why it took so long for us to see it, and then the communication to the ref took another 20 seconds or 15 seconds. But anyway, we got let off there. That better spark us into life. So good defensive line. They just about got away with it. And Trent leaning back there probably saved us. Because you can see Trent was leaning back in because he knew we had to try keep the line. So credit to the defensive line there. It was close, but they got it right. So you can only say well done to the lads for holding the line. Family friendly channel? No, probably not, Sean, in all honesty, mate. You know, great intentions and I'll be pleasant and welcoming to everyone, but you're going to hear swearing on here, Sean. Interesting this. Canade's coming on for Maka. So Endo's going to drift into midfield, obviously here. Canade's going to go to centre back. But that's it now. That's end of substitutions. We've had our three substitution. So that's it. No more changes. Sean said I don't mind Craig, I swear myself. There won't be, no, it won't be acting too bad, mate. You know, just a little bit of swearing every now and again, but there won't be any bad intention, Sean, my man. I can promise you that. Right, Gravenberg. Hopefully this sparks us into life. Unlucky. Unlucky. Oh, come on, Mo, turn around. Keep him blocked in. Keep him blocked in. So for those asking, you're only allowed to make 3 blocks of substitutions. You can make 5 changes, but you can only make 3 blocks of changes. And we've now had our 3 blocks and our 5 changes. So no more changes for the Reds today. So no Chiesa coming off the bench. Someone said Craigie was talking to the stadium. No, I get that totally. But he could have put his hand up to signal offside as he was doing that anyway. But I get where you're coming from. And it is a new thing that you're trialling out there at the ref, so fair enough on that one. Basil said, I absolutely hate these referee announcements. I haven't heard one of them, my man. Thank you for being a member, by the way, with us. I haven't heard any of the announcements because I watch the games on mute for copyright. And if I listened with an earpiece or that, I wouldn't be able to talk to you guys. That would be the Asperger part of me, but that would stop the competing noises. But yeah, so I haven't heard any of them, basically. Spurs with a cross in. Verge heads it away, but again, it'll be straight back to Spurs. Spurs playing little triangles here out on the left, but eventually Werner pulls the ball back, edge of the box, strike, and Alisson comes and claims it. Do I like an iced drink of latte? No, I'm more of an Americano, to be honest with you. Black with some milk. Go on, Darwin. Go on, boys. Go on, Darwin. Take him on. Take him on. Pull back. Good ball to Gravenberch. Strike! Oh, straight at the keeper. Unlucky. Liverpool played the ball into the left channel. Darwin runs into it. Checks back inside. Oh, Costas is down now. Costas has gone down holding his left foot. Oh, fuck's sake. It was from a challenge, so you hope it's just an impact knock, but it was from a late challenge as well, which should be a yellow minimum for Bergvall. Because he cleaned Costas out. If the ref doesn't produce a yellow for that, it's disgusting. Because it was the clearest yellow card. The clearest late challenge. There's no excuse. None. If the ref doesn't whip out the card. It's pathetic if he doesn't. Because he rinsed Costas there. Cleaned him out. No. Gimp. Absolute joke of a... Again. That should be a second yellow and a red. That's a fuck... The referees are a disgrace. An absolute disgrace. That should have been a second yellow and a red. He should be off the pitch. It's a disgrace. Again. These referees don't do their fucking job. They're an absolute bunch of spoofers. And now he's just fucking scored. The same lad scored and it's 1-0 Spurs. Same lad who should be on the fucking pitch and he's just scored. Spurs 1-0 up. The guy should have been sent off. Robbed. Fuck me. Every time we go to London, every time we set foot in that fucking stadium, every time the PGMOL officials absolutely rinse us. You're a disgrace, referee. A fucking disgrace. An absolute disgrace. Howard Webb, your lads are a fucking disgrace. Oh, he's booking air lads now. Well done, ref. He's booking air lads for not doing his job. They're an absolute bunch of gimps. Honestly. That little lad should have been sent off for a second yellow. The ref doesn't do his job and then he scores a minute later. Absolute farce. The defending was nonsense as well, by the way. Ibu, bullshit. Should have done better. But referee doesn't do his job and we get punished for it from poor defending and the finish from the player who should have been sent off. Fuck me. And by the way, Canade's defending was horrendous as well. By the way, we deserve nothing from this game. We've been terrible. But I don't know what else to say, you know. Nothing I can say is going to change it, but it's absolutely disgusting. But every time we're in this fucking stadium, every fucking time we set foot in Spurs Stadium, the PGMOL and the referees absolutely rob us. 2.5 minutes plus stoppage time. Spurs 1-0 up. Liverpool, look, let's be honest, lads, we've been shambolic. We've been shambolic and have played terrible. Like, let's not get away from that fact. But, again, I don't know what else to say other than refereeing in England just isn't good enough. What's the point in all the technology? What's the point in these fucking idiots being there and none of them can do their job properly? Christine, I'll swear all I want to swear. Don't ever... Actually, do you know what, Christine? Just go away. Go away. Don't tell me what not to swear. So I'll swear if I want. I'll do what I want when I want. If you don't like it, don't watch. Simple as that. Fucking shocking. And by the way, I agree with everybody in the chat who's saying we were terrible. Absolutely. I'm not trying to get away from that fact as well. We have been terrible. You're all right. But it doesn't excuse the refereeing decision. Just because we've been terrible, that does not excuse the referee not doing his job. And I've said this for years on the channel. And I've said it when it happens to other teams. And I'll say it again. We're robbed. The referees in England just aren't good enough. And there's no excuse. That was a blatantly clear yellow card. He plays advantage because Liverpool are on the attack. Costas was absolutely cleaned out of it. We're down to 10 men because Costas had to go off and get treatment. And the lad who should have been sent off scores the goal. And if you think as a football fan that that's okay, I don't know what to say to you. I think it's about a month away, those asking about the second leg. I think it's roughly a month. Even the commentators are calling it a robbery. Look, as I've said, the first yellow card, Diaz dives, right? This is my honest, and I said it at the time, go back and watch. The first yellow card, Diaz dives, and the ref books the player. No argument with anyone that doesn't think that was a yellow. But he has been booked, right? So we can't change that. The referee can't then re-referee the game and not give the second yellow because of the first yellow. The first yellow wasn't a yellow, I agree, but it was given, so it can't be changed. That doesn't excuse the second one, which was 100% a yellow. You know, two wrongs in a situation don't make a right. We're into 7 minutes, by the way, of stoppage time. So, Chad, let me answer something for you, you little dickhead. You're saying bottling it again in the first leg of a two-legged semi-final, of which we are the defending champions. Does that not ring true in your weird little idiotic brain there, Chad? How can you be bottling something in the first leg of a two-legged semi-final, of which you're the defending holders? Fuck me. Just say you just want to come in and have a dig at Liverpool and be on with it, mate. But either you don't know this is a League Cup game, you don't know it's a two-legged tie, or you don't know that we're the defending cup holders. But either way, it's not bottling it when the ref robs you. But whatever. It is what it is. All you little gimps are going to want to come in and have your little cheap shots anyway, so work away. Come on, boys. 4.5, 4-ish minutes left of stoppage time. And also, and I say this as a Liverpool fan, there's no part of me that doesn't think we win the second leg and go through anyway. So even losing, it's frustrating and we weren't good enough, but we're still going to go through because Spurs are shite. And Darwin missed another chance there from 6 yards. Cross in, Darwin side foots it, keeper makes a save at the near post. That'll be another one chalked up to Darwin miss. Moti said, Nunes like playing with 10 versus 11. This is one of the heartbreaking realities being a Liverpool fan, unfortunately. Yeah. The I told you so, we're always right about lack of spending. It doesn't make me feel any better about this, by the way. And then there's this one. Thank you, my man, for that one. No, Craig, that was a hard chance. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying it's another chance he's had that hasn't ended up in the net. Didn't say it wasn't hard or not. Didn't say it was a sitter. I'm just saying he's had chances in this game. Yes, not tap-ins by any stretch, but both of them just saved by the keeper and we're still frustrating. Two and a half minutes of stoppage time left. Luis Diaz runs the ball straight at a play and then moans at the ref for not getting a penalty for something that never looked like a penalty, to be honest with you. Don't know who Diaz should be angry at anyone there. It's himself for overrunning the ball, but let's have a look at it. Nothing in that. Diaz, get up. Get up. That's pathetic from Diaz. That's honestly pathetic. Get up. Centre back and midfielder in January or this club's in trouble. One bad injury away from losing their lead in the table. I know, but we're not allowed to say that. We're not allowed to say reality, mate. You know, because all the top reds and all the brown nosers will just come in and tell us that we just want everything and we're spoiled and we don't know, we don't understand. But every year we go through the same thing. Injury or two, January wobble. Frustration levels grow, no money gets spent, we got told we're spoiled kids, and we'll move on to the end of the season and count the trophies that we didn't get. Someone said, not a player in the world that puts that chance in the net. Yep, and it definitely wouldn't have been fucking Darwin. Michael LFC said, hi Craig, I'm new to the channel. Welcome in, my friend. Lovely to have you with us. We're into the last minute of stoppage time now. This might be a repeat of what happened after United last season. To disgrace, no accountability, absolutely spineless. Look, we've played shocking today. There's no denying that. We've played absolutely shocking, but it sticks in your throat. Especially when the lad scores the goal a minute later, when our lad's off the pitch after being fouled. And let that go out, Mo. Corner to Liverpool to end this on the far side. So yeah, it should have been a second yellow and a red. Then our lad's off the pitch getting treated for an injury after the foul on him that the ref doesn't book him in. And then the lad that did the foul scored. You couldn't make it up. But either way, we've been terrible and deserved nothing from the game. Corner to Liverpool to end it. Here comes the corner. Ball in. Cleared away by Spurs. Trent puts in another cross. Up in the air. Again, shot blocked. Another Liverpool player down injured, by the way. Gravenberch. tries a ball through, it's over hit, and it goes through to the keeper, and that'll probably be the end of that. Hanner said we'll need a decisive round. It's all over. Ref blows up. Spurs 1, Liverpool 0. Final score. PGMOL ensure that Liverpool have to come from behind in the second leg, as once again down in Spurs Stadium we get absolutely robbed by the PGMOL and their incompetent officials. Congratulations to Spurs on their 1-0 victory. We'll absolutely turn it around in the second leg. But again, this is a disgrace from the PGMOL's officials. Nothing against Spurs, nothing to do with them. They didn't make the decisions, they just benefit from them. For us, we need to look inwardly and yeah, be better. Well, welcome to the Premier League, Arne. Welcome to England. Welcome to the PGMOL. And welcome to being shafted. But make no mistake about it, we were terrible. And that should be the conversation that we have on the match reaction, which we will. Right, we'll be back in 60 seconds for our match reaction. Again, thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped. Why not check out the Chairman Pro package, face shaving kit, or anything else at manscaped.com. Get 20% off and free shipping by using our code Anfield20. And yeah, we'll be back for our match reaction where we'll go through it all. You guys can vote for your man of the match, player ratings and everything else. We will see you in 60 seconds.